And last, we were hanging out together. Um, you guys finished the second half of this rather difficult and harrowing mission to retrieve a sample of the energy of the Reckoning itself that Alpion might be able to study it and devise perhaps some sort of magical countermeasures against it. While you guys were out on your expedition to Vovar, and in case you failed, that they might be able to come up with some sort of backup or alternative. So, 2 sessions ago, in our in-person session, you guys had made your way out there or carried by the ancient copper dragon mount, Atanrikar of the Grand Inquisitor, who still hasn't given you her name. I realize her name shows up in the wiki because it was easier to format it that way. You don't know it yet.
Don't know whose name.
Exactly.
A difficult fight, not so much because of the challenge that any individual enemy posed, but because you were fighting against an effectively unstoppable and infinite force that just kept popping out new enemies, kept dealing like these damage psychic pulses to you. So you needed to get in there, grab the sample, and get out as quickly as possible. And you did succeed at that, but the retreat proved almost proved deadlier than the fight itself, as the Reckoning spawned some familiar monsters, one of which you had previously encountered in the labyrinth surrounding Shanogath. The Reckoning had either brought more of these things or found a way to make more of them, or who knows. But in any case, it started spitting them at you, and they were bad news. Veyyec and Caladan almost buried the morphed and trying to be helpful Nerys alive. Thrilling heroics, and one very fast Uber driver later, you guys did manage to escape both with the sample and your lives, and make it back to the Oasis. You were thanked, congratulated, and all that good stuff. And the Inquisitor, or the Grand Inquisitor herself, also congratulated you guys, and by your abilities. But she was uncertain if even with all of that, plus her dragon, were going to be enough to have a successful foray to Vovar, which you had every reason to believe would be more dangerous than what you had just fought. He asked if there might be any additional resources anyone could put on the table, quite pointedly, looking at Veyyec as he asked. And there was a tense conversation. Which resulted in Veyyec basically leveraging further the potential help that his mysterious army could provide. And the Grand Inquisitor, after some consideration, decided to commute the sentences for all of, or for the remaining Skybreakers, crimes against the Empire. Those crimes have not been forgotten, but with the authority of the Sun Queen herself, the Grand Inquisitor has basically said, we're not going to punish you for any of them. So, with that, she flew away to undertake some preparations of her own. And a grateful Althean offered to buy all of you guys around. After Delith had pumped a bunch of healing into most of you who needed it, except for Veyyec, who refused her aid. So, that's where we left off.
Does anyone know how... Oh, sorry.
Altheans led you to, a really, a bustling, kind of dive of a place that doesn't even have a name, doesn't have a posted sign, is just a set of like mud brick steps that leads down underneath a textile shop, and to a fairly capacious subterranean bar, which is fairly cool, even in the midst of the desert heat. The room smells of lilac and gooseberry beer, and many different kinds of smoke overlaid on top of each other. The walls are hung with what perhaps might have once been rich, but are now slightly tattered, like velvets, and the floor is strewn with various pillows to create impromptu seating areas. Some of those pillows look pretty gross. There are also some more conventional tables available. She immediately goes to the bar and as she does, just looks back at you all. Feel free to pick out anywhere to sit you'd like. I'll work something out, and we'll just keep them coming.
Sounds about right to me. Alright, Veyyec, just try to stay calm.
What?
Well, last time you went to an underground bar, heads were flying, so...
I think you mean last time Malik went to an underground bar.
I don't know what a Malik is. But I saw what you done.
You should probably listen up a little more and pick up some context clues.
I should listen up more?
Just a tad. But anyway.
I've never listened a day in my life.
Yep.
And I find a nice corner table.
And easy enough to find a suitable spot. It's not too busy in here right now. A combination of the hour and the fact that a lot of people are getting ready to evacuate. There are maybe a dozen other people throughout the room in small groups, some alone. Althean kind of turns around from the bar. Will it just be beer, or does anyone want anything stronger?
Stronger, yes.
Wine, please.
All right, red or white or gold or what kind?
Let's go red.
All right. She turns around and converses a little further with the barkeeper, who kind of raises a quizzical eyebrow at her, but nonetheless comes back a minute later. All right, he should be bringing something round shortly. So,
did you
take a seat as well.
Did you make any progress with that that shard thing?
Um, um, it has opened some interesting avenues of inquiry, and I've gotten my compatriots started on some things that might be helpful in an expedition. But we'll need to look a little further. Complicated, it's different, and defies some normal avenues of arcane inquiry, so... making some progress.
Well, was hoping for a little more than. I guess take what you can get.
Were you hoping for something more specific? I mean, I could go into the arcane technicalities if those would be of interest to you.
I just nod towards Kale. That's more his expertise.
I know which one he gives me. I heard arcane.
Yes, be curious to know a little bit more about your background, Galavandar. You are an arcanist of no meager capability, I take it?
Yeah, I mean, I was all up in, shit, where's the... I already forgot.
As you look that up, the, kind of tired and, slightly annoyed-looking, bartender comes over with, a tray with an extremely dusty bottle of wine, as well as a large, flagon, that smells, of hoppy ale, with several, large goblet-type things. They're mismatched and not terribly clean, but, he sets it down. Alright, well, just holler when you need more.
Yeah, so... went to university in, Silvage Roll. Graduated top of the class, you know. Had some fun there.
Which university?
Also something I should know, but I don't.
Well, she passes the, passes the, various, goblets and, around, and the very dusty bottle of wine just, like, doesn't even have a label on it. Doesn't smell half bad, and she pushes it to a Veyyec.
I pour one for myself. Is anybody else partaking the wine?
Aelin, aren't you, like, immune to, like, poison or whatever?
Well, this isn't poison.
I doubt.
This is life water.
I mean, technically...
I take a sip of the wine.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyways, I'm immune to poison.
So can you get drunk?
Ah.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
Only one way to find out.
Again and again.
So, as you were saying,
I'd say that it's that you could choose to, but it's something you could control.
oh, I thought you were still in character.
Anyway,
Yeah,
can be.
that's something to consider for sure.
So, yeah, raises her own goblet of ale. Gentlemen, cheers to your survival, and hopefully the survival of this world.
I guess we're in it, Aelin. Cheers.
Cheers. I do a very heavy cheers. Some of it spills on my arm.
How's the wine comparatively to that last bottle that we
Oh.
had?
Compared to the last one you had on the Sunset Voyager, thing is piss.
Oh.
I mean, it's
Everything
not
is.
like horrendous. It's like decent, cheap wine. Like you might be like a decent $7 bottle of wine at a grocery store kind of thing, but it's not good.
Alright.
It's not a 5,000 gold.
No.
I mean,
Damn.
And I take a sip out of Veyyec's cup. This definitely isn't what piss tastes like.
Didn't you say it was dusty? That usually implies old in like a.
Why
Frick.
would you know what piss tastes like?
I never said I knew. Change the subject.
Oh.
Armies, bro. What?
Were
Can you
we-
like explain this shit, man? That's pretty cool. Like, an army of like what?
Well, it's not something that I ever intended any of you to find out, and I feel like you'll all have your answers soon enough, so...
You could just tell us.
I'm gonna
I
not
could.
dance around the bush so much on that one and just put your cards on the table. That'd be great.
I will put my cards on the table when I feel comfortable putting all cards on the table, if you
I-
do not mind.
I pull out a deck of cards. And I slam it
Oh,
on the
what are we
table.
playing?
We're playing one card shuffle. I deal one card to myself, and I take a drink. Alright, Veyyec, your turn.
I don't know how.
Alright, I'll show you the rules as we go. Draw a card.
I draw a card.
What is it?
4 spades.
That's 4 drinks, buddy.
Oh.
Yep.
I take 4 sips.
I moved the deck over to the, what's her name? Sorry,
Tim?
I forgot your name. I feel like I should know, but draw a card. It's all the same.
Probably, but alright. That's a card.
Hmm. I don't know what card
Yeah.
you drew, but
Am I supposed to tell you, or should I keep it a secret?
no, you should definitely. Well, okay, show us, but don't know what it is.
What?
I've looked at it already. Should I draw another
Alright.
one?
Draw 2.
New ones? Or...
This is confusing.
No, one has to be the same card, and the other one is a new one.
Oh, okay. She picks up another one and just kind of holds it up against her forehead. Doesn't look at it.
Oh, that's an ace. You have to make Veyyec have a drink.
What?
You heard the rules, buddy. Drink up. She does a little, and very obviously summons a mage hand, which gently pushes your glass towards your face.
I
And
take
now,
another sip.
Veyyec, the old card that she drew, you have to hold on to it, and next time you draw, you have to drink the new card and the old.
I don't.
Wait,
think
Alan,
this
Alan,
is
can
how
I join this game?
works.
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay, I'll draw a card. Wait, do I look at it? Right now I'm just holding it on the, face down on the table. Do I look at it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay. I'll flip it over. It's the King of Diamonds.
Ooh. Person diagonal from you has to take a drink.
Oh, crazy how to keep finding up with you, Veyyec. Drink up, buddy.
No, but Aelin, I think I've played this before. It's not just a drink; it's like the full drink, right? It's not
Well,
just
yeah,
a sip.
because diamonds
king.
are priceless, just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
this moment.
I mean, if we're not gonna have any more productive conversation for the day, I will adjourn and rest up.
Well, if you're not going to tell us any more about this mysterious army,
Ooh.
Well,
and you've earned some respite from serious conversations, I guess. Although, I was wondering, this, what'd you name him? It, floating, talking artifact thing.
Oh, Lyle.
What was
Yeah.
it?
Great guy.
So, know that whatever is some kind of non-magical artifact that nonetheless displays remarkable capabilities that we don't know how to duplicate except through magic hits.
Uh-huh.
And this artifact, this Lyle,
Yeah.
told you he was damaged in some way. And also seemed to have access to all sorts of interesting information.
He didn't really tell us, or sorry, it didn't really tell us any information.
Had some kind of connection to, who was it, Forge?
Oh yeah, Porge.
How do you know Forge?
You just
Yeah.
told me about him. I'd never met the...
No, I'm asking Kale. How does Kale know Forge?
You told the story, dude.
Yeah, remember when we met after?
Yeah, I told like the whole story, right? So,
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
presumably
Sorry,
Forge
I
factored
only
into that.
remember Yahik falling asleep. I'm sorry.
Speaking of which, he's like, guys, I'm feeling pretty beat after that fight. I'm just gonna go lie down.
Speaking of which, we just turned around to see him on a couch going,
Yeah, basically. So, you guys ever try fixing him?
I mean, did you have any power cores that we could use to fix him?
You said he was leaking, right?
Hmm.
Oh, I don't have any power cores or any other artifacts handy for that matter, but from what I remember you describing to me, it seemed like his ability to retain power or charge, whatever it is, was damaged, and that's why he needed constant access to these power cores. So did anyone ever try fixing it?
I can definitely say I haven't tried.
Understandable.
I'm a new member too.
no, no one tried.
Should we?
I mean,
I trust Aelin with my life. I trust him with Lyle's.
Me too.
And I wouldn't exactly know how to begin. I would have hoped to be able to ask this Forge, but I guess if Forge didn't know, then he didn't either. Or Forge never told you, then maybe he didn't know either. But we could still try.
You got this, man?
Oswald, is that something that seems amenable?
Listen, at this point, he's just taking up room for me. He's not even a good pillow. He's really, like, hard.
Ah.
So, yeah, sure, why not? What's the worst that happens? He blows up and we die. Whatever.
That'd be bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I say this, my face is just, like, one sliver of not blood.
There's just circus music playing.
And did anyone ever try casting mending on it or anything?
Maybe. That sounds familiar.
Don't recall. But
I'm just gonna take Lyle out. Wait, no, I won't. We're in a busy bar.
That busy, but
I mean, I doubt anyone's going to stop us, Oswald.
Again, I'm using my sword as a cane. Or as a crutch at this point. Fine, I'll take it out.
and y'all got some healing knocked into you guys if you wanted it, so you're not on the verge of death or anything.
Okay, so my sword isn't a crutch, it's a cane.
Lyle is, as you've handled him before in his unpowered state, extremely heavy.
What does he look like looking through the whatchamacallit, like the bar? Has it depleted any more or less than it has before?
Looks about the same.
Okay.
So, how likely do you think it is that he actually explodes?
He exploded.
I would say
50-50?
maybe 60-40 against.
I think.
And I could toss
alright.
him in a globe of invulnerability first and see if that contains it.
It's I feel like you guys don't even know. You don't even get it. You know. I got this. I think. You know what? I actually don't. I don't actually know mending. I thought I did. Never mind. Why would I know
Kale,
that?
do you actually know any spells other than summon small whale?
I mean, you've seen like. a lot
Oh,
of my tricks.
and ham, and pig, right? War pig.
Yeah, that's my signature. But like, you've seen
Gotcha,
other
gotcha.
things.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, he did that glowy light thing.
What glowy light thing?
Yeah, I got the glowy light.
You were too enraptured in the glowy light to realize it was happening.
That I don't
You
remember.
just
But okay.
dabble in illusion magic, or is that your specialty?
Oh no, it's kind of my thing. Yeah. We don't call them tricks though. Don't call them tricks.
I wouldn't treat this.
A lot of people really get that confused. You know, I'm not like a lowly, magician. I'm a
You
wizard.
suggested you were?
Sorry, it's a sensitive subject.
Alright.
Clearly.
We don't have to talk more about it.
But
You know what?
anyway,
Why don't we deal with this Lyle thing later? Don't
Oh,
want to
no.
blow up this dive. I rather enjoy it.
yeah, I got nothing right now.
I mean, I don't know. If he's gonna blow up, I'm only 60% sure I can fix him.
Well, maybe if you keep drinking, you'll like feel better about it. That's usually what happens.
I mean, alcohol is a solution.
Yeah, I mean it's always worked for us, man. Look where we are.
I grab a hold of Lyle.
It is extremely smooth and deceptively heavy for its size.
Whatever you do,
I lick it.
Don't assume it's gender.
Oh, well, no, but don't try to insult it. Don't punch it.
I've never. Okay, fine.
So you lick Lyle. Tastes a little dusty. And is basically room temperature. Nothing else happens though.
You might
What
wanna,
the dust? What did the dust taste like?
Oh boy,
Roll a perception check.
a little metallic.
Kale, I don't know. Can you prestidigitate that?
Shh,
Just
shh,
no. Oh,
Shh, it's all part of this technique.
Little gonna be pissed if he wakes up with slobber
A
on
20
him.
total.
Tastes a bit like a little alkaline, like the desert sands might. There's a little bit of kind of rancid fat smell about it from other less pleasant things that have been shoved into the bag of holding from time to time.
Oh. Residue day anger hill.
Well fermented, and a whole mix of other indistinguishable things. And at this point, Veyyec, you hear a voice in your head say, "The army will only work if others know about it."
I pull out my hammer.
Can I respond in my head? Who is this?
I put my hammer away and I get my crowbar.
I gently put my hand on his hand and
Kiss it.
Aelin, I don't think that's what will fix our friend.
I put my other hand on his hands. To say, I don't think either of us know, but we'll fix him until I succeed.
I put my hand on top of his hand. Althea, would you mind just taking a look at our friend Lyle here and seeing if you could do anything about it?
Let him over.
I roll him over.
Your hands are taken, man.
I nudge him over with my elbow.
Okay.
And continue to hold Aelin's hand and stare deeply
Rolls.
into his eyes.
Rolls. You two look like you're having a moment. So she puts her hand on the top of it and mutters as she casts what is reasonably recognizable to you, Calavander, as the Identify spell.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't want to waste my slot, so I waited for her to do it.
Wow.
Okay, she wanted to do it for herself anyway.
Isn't it a ritual?
It can be as a ritual, but
Can
she's
be.
she's running a slot to do it in a minute.
Okay.
End of day. End of day.
Saying Kale doesn't have 10 minutes.
Let's see how much she learns.
Better
Roll a
be lot.
d20. Roll a d20.
Ooh, I did. With a natural 19, her Arcana roll is a 32. So
Okay.
Shit.
she's like,
Gosh dang.
huh.
She's never heard of it.
I was pretty close with the crowbar solution, right?
Aeon, I think you were.
Figuratively, symbolically, perhaps, but no.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, buddy,
I'm here.
what's going on? How you doing?
Just getting used to working from home, you know?
Yep.
Hey!
Anyway. Hey.
Hey!
Anyway, your cousin's treating y'all to drinks at a nameless dive bar somewhere in the Oasis.
That's the full name of it.
Wow. That's a...
And she just rolled a really goddamn high Arcana check on her identifying of Lyle. Like, huh. Oh. If y'all are amenable to it, I might be able to fix his problem with a few castings of mending.
I give her the nod. She knows which one.
Sure. Sure, let's do it.
Alright. Well, see how this goes.
Rocks fall, we die.
When I was looking at Lyle before, I don't remember. Did we see, like, was there any mention or whatever in the description while looking at him about him being fractured, or any symbols that, like, denoted damage?
Yes, generally, although you weren't necessarily able to ascertain specifically what they meant.
But yeah, I'm just assuming that, like, there's a symbol for that somewhere, some kind of some kind of semblance of whatever that I could see if what she's doing is improving his status or worsening it.
Well, we can see. But actually, to that point, she kind of stops and is like, another crazy question. Would you let me put that on?
I hand her my hat.
She dons it and
My
looks very silly.
axe.
Is that what she was talking about?
Not at all. She was asking about the key.
The scouter.
I will take the scouter
Scouter.
off and I will hand
Okay.
it to her.
Sort of interface or communication device, I would guess.
It seems to be a semblance of their technology and can be used to decipher relics and those kinds of things.
Oh,
And mine's just a
I'll
hat.
give you- And what a hat it is. What kind of hat is it, anyway?
It's like a cowboy hat.
Yeah, well, Altheon's now wearing a cowboy hat, so... a little large on her. Yeah, just kind of sits about like here. She looks very silly.
Silly? Is that what you think about his hat?
He just looks silly in it.
I hear a lot of judgment.
Yeah, heck, you're asleep.
I'm asleep right now.
Yeah,
at this moment.
Yahek was lying down for a spell because you almost died and all that. We can rejoin the conversation whenever you'd like.
I hobble over.
Oh no,
I'm here now.
because did you want beer or wine or something stronger, or
I think I'll be good with a beer for now.
Yeah.
Even
Pass
through
it
this
over,
pain.
passes over one of the flagons? I mean, you got some healing from the priestess, so you're no longer like bleeding out and dying.
But damn, that was close.
Damn, indeed.
But damn.
But damn.
She passes you a mug of ale and then picks up the scatters. Like, all right, well. Ooh, that's weird. Takes a while to work, right?
Yep, just give it a few.
By the way, our
Oh.
screen is still on the Oasis.
It's okay. It's supposed to be.
He got us. We were fooled.
So I suppose we can save that for how long this takes to warm up to me. Oh.
Oh.
You doing any serious conversations now? Because I have all sorts of questions I've been thinking about while you guys were out, but we don't have to.
Well, by all means, now that Yahek is back.
I can answer any questions. Ever.
So what's up with your deal with Scravenok then?
Oh boy.
Except for that one. He can't answer that one.
Right for the throat on that one, huh?
Why?
You
Him
can
and,
any
I,
question. If you don't want to talk about that right now, that's okay, but we're gonna have to address it at some point.
him and I are kind of friendly, you know?
Do you think he's going to let you close this hole in the sky if you can?
I don't know if let is a word in his vocabulary. I think.
What?
You know what I mean? You feeling me? You picking up what I'm putting down?
So how do we go about remedying that?
Is it going to be an issue?
It sounded like from your story that he was like, it was just like part of the deal to open the sky, and then the deal was done. So it's like it didn't matter past that point to him.
I don't know if
Maybe.
that's our personal deal. I don't know if that really is how I would represent it.
No, with the one without a face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The visageless.
What?
I don't know. So why don't you make a deal with someone stronger?
To get too much stronger than that, really, before you start getting into the gods themselves.
I also don't want to pull a muscle.
And I want you to know I'm not here to judge you for any of the choices you've made. But I guess I need to ask, like, you just ask him if it's going to be an issue? Because I've lobbied pretty hard for you to be involved in this mission to close the sky, but if the source of patron is not going to let you do that, then
Well, I don't know that he's not going to let me
somebody
do
else.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
Like I said, can you ask?
Can I ask? Do we have a
You got like a sending stone.
telephone? Yeah.
Did we
I
have
don't-
one to Scrabby Boy?
I thought we did, but it wasn't one I had. It was one like Oswald had or something.
Oh yeah, we had the one to Calcivore, and the other one was to Scravenok, right?
Yeah, but again, we don't trust him or them or it
I
or
will roll the
anything.
sending stone over to Yahek with that.
Well, it's
for
beyond-
Scravenok.
Saying you should trust a Verasi. That's exactly the opposite of what we should do, but
If you wanted to ask that question,
All I'm saying is he hasn't interfered in anything else recently.
Recently is the key thing there.
obviously
Yeah.
I don't know this immortal like you do, so I guess I'd leave it to your judgment as to whether it even makes sense to
Listen,
draw
I'm
his
just gonna.
awareness to your involvement here, but I just
I'm
don't
just
want
gonna-
y'all to be out there at Vovar and have him suddenly show up and murder everybody.
Listen, I'm just gonna tell you. He's a dick.
Most Verasi are. That's kind of their MO.
Wait, have you met any Verasi?
Personally, thank the Quelliar.
I'll try. I'll try.
It doesn't have to be right now.
I hand him the sending stone.
I turn away from the group. No.
Monologue.
Suddenly, a flaming short sword appears through his chest.
Oh no!
You hold it like a skull.
Yeah, I'll give him a call in a bit. Thanks.
Well, the sending stone is right here whenever you're ready. Just
Thanks, Mom.
you just call Scrabby Boy whenever you want to. We'll just sit here and wait patiently.
I just feel like we should sleep before we do this because I don't trust what's gonna happen.
You don't want to do it right now before
I-
you sleep?
I honestly think
I'm
like doing
kidding,
it
it's
right
fine,
now is
it's fine.
probably a fantastic idea.
It's totally.
I mean, what else are you guys doing?
Well, let me sleep on it then.
We had a good
Alright.
snooze.
Fair
So we
enough.
do. We're gonna have a good snooze. I'll call him with fresh eyes in the morning.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, Althea, did you have any more pressing questions, or I have a couple of my own?
And nothing that I think needs to happen right now. Just a thought maybe to sleep on. If any of you have any idea, it's fascinating. Good sloosh, this ancient fish creature. How do you suppose it knew so much about this thing?
I mean, outside of it being alive for all of this world's current existence?
Easy. It lived in a library.
And I'm pretty sure that hasn't happened to this world before. Well, I guess I'm not completely sure of that. But
It would be safe to say that Erdslooge is not of this world then? And traveled here? Seeking
Wasn't Sloosh literally not of this world?
I feel like that was confirmed. With the whole vision of the universes being asundered.
Yeah, that's more
I
what I'm
read
saying.
that as Sloosh was originally of this world, and that this world isn't from these parts. But maybe I'm wrong.
That is
You would-
another way to look at it.
You got the story firsthand, not me. So, certainly not of this world as it is now. I'll give you that.
We only know so much of the universe.
That is good food for thought. I did have a couple questions of my own, just if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, so long as you drink first.
I've already had plenty. That is enough for me.
He kind of snaps her fingers, and the bartender's like, All right, hang on. Let me get another one. Goes to
Drink,
the back.
drink, 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 drink.
The war with Tharanar. Any news?
Yeah.
How is it going?
Complicated.
Has Leclerc been drawn into the conflict?
Well,
They have not yet officially, although it's no secret that they are supporting Tharanar, and that some of their agents are encouraging several other of the human nations to join Tharanar. It looks likely that Tutheron will join Tharanar as an ally,
I
which
mean,
would
to my
complicate
knowledge,
things further.
to my knowledge, all I know is that war has been declared. Have any battles been fought? Has blood been shed yet?
I'm going to move you guys over to the map so you can have some reference to the thing she's about to reference. Yes, several battles have already been fought in the Yorkarak. Baronian forces are advancing towards Imperial outposts at Orvendor. Or Orvensor, rather.
Can we get some pings, Ralphie?
Here, I got it.
I was
Thank
hoping.
I'm like looking everywhere.
Yeah, I'm looking except for there.
I'm like,
I was hoping for some like John Madden
So,
arrows.
can it be said that the
There have
war
been some naval skirmishes around the straits here. Ding.
has so ground has been lost on the Empire side, has it not?
Nothing decisive has happened just yet. But if Turon and Islufair join Tharanar, then dicey.
My second question was to everybody, well, we know our next actions are going to be to go to Vovar, correct?
I believe that was the plan.
Under a
Sounds
score
right.
from an battalion or something that I could muster up, correct?
Yep.
I don't remember who's escorting us, but someone's coming with us.
I'm assuming the Grand Inquisitor, was she not?
Well, you know, she's back.
Kind of set on that.
I mean, she did insist on coming along.
But if we leave now,
I mean, do you have a way to get to Ulick?
What?
To my kingdom.
Where is you?
In Pantargos.
Where is
Targos.
Pentarchos.
That place. I know so
Pentarchus
well.
is pretty big, actually. And comprises
Right.
lots of kind of small city-states and like fiefdoms, various like small realms. Pentarchus is more of a region than a nation.
So it's like ancient Greece.
So Rafe, you can feel free to indicate wherever in Pentarchus you think Ulick is.
Make it by Dothraki.
Let us
Only put a little dot
see.
on there.
Put it by Dothraki. Put it by Dothraki.
Where is Dothraki? Oh no, it's definitely more north of Dothraki.
Thank you, Randy.
Do we want
I'm
to
gonna
say
I'm gonna say it's by Rajrugor.
right between, like, above the R?
Oh, so it's by Carnival?
Yeah, south of
Carnival.
At the base of the mountains of
No, a little more
No.
south and out, maybe out into the plains.
Wait, is it
Kind
by
of
Mount?
like here.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, so it's not like Moria.
All right, we're
Trademark.
gonna put that on the map.
That's not
Gackenad,
Gackenad.
I know.
Why?
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. Were the towers forming a
Star.
Oh,
star?
gotcha. So underneath
pentagon?
Carnival is eunuch,
Yep.
and
You got it.
Veyyec is from eunuch. Okay.
No, it's Malik.
Oh, Malik. Oh, Malik the eunuch. I get it.
Oh, that explains why he's angry all the time.
Hey, you're learning things.
I'm
Proud
glad it was
of
pronounced
you.
Malik.
So
Veyyec,
Valyria
Malik,
would disagree, but
eunuch.
my
Unique New York.
People have naming conventions.
the issue with this is that Ulick is generally pretty far from Vovar, maybe twice the distance that we are.
You don't have a teleport circle.
Also, Veyyec, I'm just letting you know, marching through the desert is pretty hard. You may lose some troops on the way.
Yeah, it won't be an issue, Oswald. I appreciate your concern.
Why will
I
it
would
not
know-
be an issue?
I know my army more, or better than you would. I would hope.
that she's just kind of been like looking at you intently, Vague. And is a large proportion of this undead population spellcasters?
Some of them.
Undead?
Suppose the desert won't be an issue for them then.
No, but I will. Actually, Blim. What,
Oh.
from my knowledge of my army and the capabilities
Oh.
that we had, what size force would I deem necessary to pull this off if we're trying to do this?
An elite strike force.
Like,
At least one.
Okay. Well, why don't we hop into the other channel for a second?
hey,
She just rolled really fucking high on her history check too, so that's why she kind of was like, "Oh, that army." But anyway, to the no geese.
hey, no geese. Hello.
Okay, so, just kind of as she's asking this question, you hear again a voice in your head from someone. Army is weakening.
Why? No response.
But anyway,
Okay.
as far as current your knowledge,
Mhm.
and if you basically mobilize the whole population or almost the whole population of this like small country, it's not terribly densely populated, so you'd probably have an army of like max.
Wait, what would you say? I think you cut out for the number.
I'm sorry, somewhere in the realm of like 10,000 would be my guess.
So, and that's last I know. So, like 10 years ago, that was what my numbers were at. And
About.
was just told that it's weakening. So, okay. To be able to send a force that would be able to hold off Vovar and the whatever kind of defenses that we would need, guesstimating what would that be like? What would that number be like?
I mean, that's kind of your own
Call.
judgment against, like, what you might expect to or project to find at Vovar. And thus far, the Reckoning has thrown different things at you every time you've encountered it, right? So,
because I don't know with Veyyec's intelligence score, I'm assuming maybe a force of like 1,500 seems responsible, but I also don't. It's not like I'm gonna take everybody, leave Pentarchos for some shit to go down. It's like an expendable unit that I would want to send, but not main priority, but enough to accomplish it and have some kind of backup with regular foot soldiers and or special boys should I need them.
it's entirely up to you how much.
All right,
you're-
cool.
you think it's going to be helpful or necessary. So,
Okay. Coolio. I think I have a number in mind.
alrighty. Boop.
Hey.
That's a bad time to fly to China.
So, wait, what were we talking about?
You had an army that you don't talk about, but you're
Yes.
talking about.
Correct.
But
And you were saying, yes, how big would my army need to be?
You're insecure about your army size.
it's like, I don't know how many forces are at your disposal these days.
That's not something I will freely dismiss, but I think around maybe 1,000 soldiers will do.
I suppose they might have some advantages over conventional forces. But also be careful. Seems like this force has some ability to take what's thrown at it and turn it right back around, yes?
Yes, but normally so do we, so it definitely adds a wrench in the mix.
It's a wrench.
A holy wrench, you might say.
Bartender bustles over unnecessarily brusquely in the not terribly busy tap room and sets down another tray. Just kind of grunts, and there's another very dusty bottle of wine on it, and refills for the beers.
I'm gonna not do the wine. Do the beer.
How about you guys? My brain's tired of all this serious conversation.
I have a vodka and Red Bull.
Sounds perfect. Shots? Shots?
Doing
Shots?
shots? Yeah, that's what I was about to
Someone
say.
say shot.
I
Yo, you got
will,
Liddy lemonades here?
I will retire for the rest of tonight and prepare for what tomorrow is to bring.
Oh, come on. Surely, ruler of your standing deserves a shot of his own?
Don't throw away your shot.
Still wearing Aylin's
I
cowboy
mean-
hat, by the way.
Yeah. She tips it towards you.
Sure, I will do.
Come on, man. When you have one shot,
Oh, no,
I'll raise the shot glass toward Althea. I'll be like, to new allies.
And family.
And family.
and friends.
Okay, and
And
friends.
friends.
And the world
Right.
will know.
But not skybreakers.
And army.
No, we're the Sky Repairers.
Still think
Spencer.
Skymenders had a better ring to it.
Tomato, potato.
Shots.
Shot, 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 shot.
Man.
Thank you, Spencer. Slam it down.
Man, what was this brew called? Was it Backblaze, was it?
Me undies?
Dwarven Forge.
Me undies.
As Veyyec retires for the evening.
Collect Social Security.
Althean doesn't bring up any more serious questions, but is a pretty convivial drinking buddy. Introduces you guys to a fun new drinking game.
Every time the song says thunder, you drink.
I like that one.
Thunder, 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 cats.
Nope, not that one.
Why not?
Thunder! I learned that one from Ralphie.
4 rounds later, she pushes herself up. Well, just put whatever else you guys decide to get on my tab. I'll sort it out later.
You need help going upstairs?
No, I'll be good. I'm tired. I've got some shit to do before I turn in, so
If you need help, I'm pretty arcane.
He tried to bang him in one game, and now he's trying to bang his cousin in another life. I love it.
I'm not gonna
she's
judge. It's up to my cuz.
His family is just hot. What can you do?
Keep it in the family.
Emily is very attractive. It's kind of unfair. But she's like, no, I'm good. I'll see you all tomorrow, I guess.
As she's walking past, I just grab my hat.
Yeah, sorry.
You got. I like your cousin. Yeah, heck, she knows your stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, that's real nice of you.
Oh shit, she can still hear me.
Good night.
I put
And now
the
she
hat
goes,
on
now she goes
Yahac.
upstairs.
Hey, Kel. They look pretty similar, don't they?
I think they both got that butt chin.
That strong, chiseled butt chin.
You guys think you can just sit here and talk about my family in that way?
Yes.
What? That's a good thing, man.
I will absolutely allow that.
Oh, man. I take my hat back, and I pat him on the shoulder, and I say, "You ever play one card shuffle?"
I steal the hat back and say, more times than you can imagine.
Wait, is
I-
Veyyec still there or did he go to sleep?
I went to sleep.
Oh, man, we can't play one card shuffle anymore.
I take the hat back, say, "Those words make me happy." I hand the hat to Kel. Do you have anything to say?
I drink and I know things.
No.
And right now you're all out of knowing thing.
I raise my cup to that.
What else can you do? What else?
I have a very limited skill set. Let me have this.
What did you see, Seer? In your beer?
I divine what I see in my cup.
I thought that was like the basis for your whole character.
It is now, I guess.
I don't know. What do you see in your cup?
A tarot card.
I see.
He sees a black dog.
I see a. Oh God,
It's
no!
unsanitary.
I see a set of scales, but it's cloudy and obscured. On one hand, there's a long blade, and on the other,
A feather.
a fire that almost looks like it's being fractured apart.
Wow.
But it's just like, I'm pretty sure that's just my reflection in your drink.
And I'm like, oh no, that was my eye. It was a little murky. I think there's some dead flies in this cup, actually.
Ew.
Oh, gross.
Yep, that's what that looks like.
Ew. Oh god.
I am still drinking it.
Ugh.
You ever have beer with pulp?
I actually kind of want to throw up right now.
So, the rest of the evening is yours for you guys to spend as you please. You can either spend it getting trashed in this dive bar or anything else you'd like. Up to you.
You don't need to keep talking. We're good. We're gonna do that. Let's
I'm gonna
go,
go to-
Aelin!
I'm gonna go to sleep.
I think tonight we're getting matching tattoos.
I'm partying with the Venga boys over here.
So as Veyyec and Oswald act like responsible adults and make their way to bed after a harrowing day, the three of you keep drinking late into the night. And as the evening grows later, this dive does get a bit busier. No one pays you too much mind or bothers you too much, though. Yeah, noise and crowd swell. It's a pretty happening place, actually. There's pretty wide and diverse range of folks here. Some well-dressed merchants, others like poor townsfolk. There's general air and sense of people just needing to relax and enjoy themselves as best they can before they have to abandon this place. Which they probably will have to soon. You guys eventually turn in, or are you just drinking all night?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be sleeping on one of these tables.
As long as I can, you know what? I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay.
What a way.
11 or higher is drinking.
Neither of you actually need to sleep, so that's interesting.
Oh wait. Well, anyway, I rolled a 5, so I'm drinking. No, I'm not drinking.
No, I think 11
I'm
or
drinking.
higher.
No, I can't see the numbers; they're too blurry.
The divination is obscure.
I turn in.
Alright, so you eventually make your way back to the Wayfarer's Rest. The crowded and slightly smelly, but you're too drunk to care, loft of the stable, which was the only room or space she had left. And Kelvin, are you following him eventually, or are you taking a point of exhaustion for being up all night?
Follow him. Fine.
Take the exhaustion. Don't
You
let
don't
your
have to,
spells
yeah.
recharge.
Up to you.
I'm following him.
Play this like you would Stardew Valley, bitch.
Alright. So as you at more or less responsible points in the evening or morning make your way back to the Wayfarer's Rest, you all gain the benefits of more or less inebriated long rests. So go ahead and
Woo!
refill your hit points and spells and all that shit. Various points throughout the morning, you guys return to full consciousness. Some of you more hungover than others. The day is yours, and no one's actually told you where you ought to be at any particular time. So, as you variously come to consciousness in the loft of the stable, what would you guys like to do?
I put my arm on Kill's shoulder, and my eyes are half closed. Just lead me.
It's like the blind leading the blind man.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
You ever wonder why we do this?
I find it hurts too much to think about it.
Because I don't.
Hey! I try to fist bump him, but he's also facing the other direction.
Let's just all right. You know what? No, we're not. Let me just. All right, and then I sit down at the top of like the stairs, and I just slide one down at a time.
I'm trying desperately to keep up.
I'm literally sliding on my butt. Like, all right, one more.
Aelin, since you are immune to poison, you can just dismiss your hangover whenever you feel like.
Okay.
I told you, you motherfucker.
Wow. Seems OP.
Ain't it, Jay?
I feel like at this point you can basically drink as much as you want and get exactly how drunk you want. So.
I'm choosing to be hungover
Okay.
right now.
Can I look outside the window and see how the sky's looking?
Yeah, absolutely.
A chance of tentacles.
The sky, well, the window that you have from the stable faces kind of southeast, so actually get some nice morning light, and does not offer a vantage of the western sky.
Can I go outside and look out the western sky?
Sure, you can, and the storm front of like almost like blood vessel flesh cloud tentacly mess.
Oh God!
We
It's
lost
here!
the DM.
It's here!
Oh,
Total
God.
chaos.
What do we
Total
do?
chaos.
What do we do?
Freak the fuck out. Literally freak the fuck out.
Whoa! Oh wait, actually that way didn't go. Caca!
Oh, Desi, I'm sorry.
Desi!
Your
Desi,
door's
give us a
closed,
sound.
John.
I know my door's closed.
So why would you tease her?
Borders closed to Desi. All Desis.
I'm stealing from children, and it's amazing.
Oh, little boy.
It's a monkey. Auntie gave me a new toy. Wow, can I borrow it? Only if you promise to give it back. I promise. Thanks.
What?
And World Top.
Oh, RuneScape.
Is everybody alive? Or are we still freaking out?
Blim hit a
Actually-
button he shouldn't have.
Oh.
Well, while this is going on, I'm gonna be right back. 1 second.
What? We lost another one!
Yeah, sorry. Yep. Anyway, hi.
Hi.
Sorry about that. Sorry. Anyway, red tentacly sky business. It's much closer than it was yesterday. You'd guess maybe 20 miles out.
So, like, a day? It hasn't slowed down?
Doesn't seem to have.
Okay, well, I guess we should get out of here.
And indeed, at about this point, trio of the strongman guards around the corner, kind of up the street from the Wayfarer's Rest, and one of them just calls out, "By order of your strongman, we are evacuating the oasis today.
Ooh,
If you have not already begun, collect your essential belongings and begin to leave immediately. Head west. Not west. We head east."
Into the cloud!
Hello.
10,000 paces west!
And they walk past, and then 100 feet so down the street, they yell out the same thing, getting the direction right this time. and there's already it's, say mid-morning, and there's already a lot of activity on the street as well. Several carts go by as people are leaving their homes with what belongings they have the means to carry. Just with large sacks over their shoulders, some in like wagons drawn by animals. The street's very busy. There's a bit of an air of quite at the point of panic yet, but getting there.
Okay, well, let's go, boys. We should pack up and head out.
Were we meeting with
Now,
the
there.
Grand Inquisitor?
Guess it's time to meet her. Yeah.
Are we flying to Vovar?
I believe we're flying to Pentarkos.
So we're
Should-
fine.
Should I call Dad first?
That would be something worthwhile. Maybe Dad can
Wait.
help us get to, or some of my army to Vovar.
No, he's He's a bad guy. He's
Just-
not going to help us.
Just because you're bad doesn't mean you can't be useful.
But he's one of the people who opened the sky.
I think that was you guys.
Yeah, I believe it was us who opened the sky, as per request from him gaining help from the Faceless One, right? So there's still that blurry line there of whether or not, you know, their intents are actually aligned.
Yeah. Well,
It's up to you.
I pick up the phone.
All right. So you pick up the sending stone.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
And you can just use it to send a message of 25 words or less.
It doesn't
and
ring unless
Then,
you.
and then he can respond if he feels like.
He just wasted 4 words.
Yeah.
You got 21 words.
Those are actually my first 4 words.
Yeah, you've got 21 words.
Scravy.
Oh boy.
Going to Vovar. Going to fix Sky. If you want to help, it's okay. See you soon. Love, Yahek. Bye.
Ring ring.
Right, pause. And you hear it through the sending stone,
Oh fuck.
the familiar, unpleasant, breathy voice.
What? We didn't hear what you said.
Sorry, did you cut it out?
The whole of the response is, well, best of luck with that.
What a fucking dick.
Well, yikes. I feel like I like the attractive patron better.
Well, I'm gonna tell the group what he done said. Is my cousin with us at this point?
Does not.
Okay.
Nico?
No, not Nico.
Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go take Desi for a walk.
Does he?
Classic.
Okay, be back soon.
Okay.
I don't believe it.
Well, sounds like he's not gonna interfere. But also sounds like he's not gonna help.
Well,
Oswald?
I guess that's good news.
I think that's good news, mostly. And I just pass some green energy back and forth between my hands. For now.
The other patrons in the common room of the Wayfarer's Rest kind of
Might want to put that away.
Can I put that back?
you attract like 2 looks but casual magic is rare
Casual?
here, so
Oh.
so it's casual.
I'm gonna put it away. You know.
I wake up from my meditative trance.
Okay, so just to clarify that we're going to go meet with the Grand Inquisitor, then we're going to have her fly us to Ulick and then have my army march on Vovar, or what? How? Or did we just want to go to Vovar?
I mean, what plan do you think is going to be the best for the armed forces?
I mean, I feel like the planned... Well, there's two things, right? We're racing against time. If we go straight to Vovar now, there's a possibility that the sky has not spread that far, but we won't have any assistance. If we go to Ulick, and then from Ulick to Vovar, the sky is definitely going to spread that far, but we'll have the assistance of my army. That's the current dynamic that I see. There probably much more at stake.
Do you have a way of sending word to your army?
Currently, no.
Why don't we talk with the Inquisitor?
Sure.
See what she says. Anyone any other thoughts?
Well, I figure the more information we have, the better decision we can make.
I feel that. You know.
Does anyone know where this Grand Inquisitor is?
Does anybody see a dragon?
Or if not, maybe we can find my cousin. She knows, maybe.
Hey, Kale.
Yeah?
Can you just, say Grand Inquisitor real loud a couple times?
I have a hangover, dude. I don't want to.
Oh, you're right.
Gotta say, for a bodyguard, you don't sound like a very good bodyguard.
Hey, whoa. Whoa.
You heard
Hang
me.
on now.
I said what I said.
He's an all-star, alright?
Um,
Get your fucking game on. Alright?
Oh.
Yeah, go play.
At some point before you guys went out, did one of you? I seem to recall, but I'm not sure. Did one of you leave a sending stone with Altheon or no?
Oh, I thought
Yes.
we did.
Yeah.
That
Somebody
sounds
did,
right.
right? Who has the other one?
I don't
Probably
Who has
remember.
the third one?
It was
Probably
Oswald,
yeah.
I think.
I feel like it was Oswald or
It was
Veyyec.
Oswald.
All right. Well, for purposes of convenience, right now we're going to say it's Veyyec, and that through that sending stone, after another few minutes, you get a message from Altheon. Just says, "Morning, gents. Probably should have let you know where and when to meet last night, but just drop by the strongman's compound when you're ready."
Will do. We'll see you in a few.
You have to say over.
Guys, they are at the strong man's compound. We should probably head there.
Let's go get head there.
All right.
As you
I piggyback Calivander.
Did she say my name?
I regret to inform you, there was no mention of your name.
It'll happen.
I'll mention you to her.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Bro fist.
I got you, man. I'm your wingman. If you want to jump on my back instead.
Oh wow.
I fist bump him, or try to while I'm get Aelin on me.
I bump his fist.
Hell yeah, dude.
Mage hand fist bump.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Oh fuck, that would have been magical.
That would have been literally magical.
As you gather up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, God.
No, go ahead.
I will. As you gather up your belongings, settle up your tabs, which pretty trivial, because yeah, already, and if you're the proprietor of this place, already agreed not to charge you for staying in the loft. So the food and drink comes to a fairly trivial amount. Call it.
I sorry. I stopped dead in my tracks. Hey, what happened to the little guy we brought back with us? Did anyone check on him?
Oh,
Oswald?
no. Lyle.
No, the shackled guy.
Oh, well, we handed those over.
Did we?
Wait, hold on. Did fucking Albion jack Lyle and our fucking piece? In the key?
She left Lyle on the table. She neglected to give the key back, so she still has it.
I'm not talking about either of those
Okay.
things. I'm talking about young faceless boy.
That's what I thought you meant.
Young faceless
Yeah.
boy is in a fish tank somewhere.
I thought we left him in the stables.
No, we handed them over.
We
before
handed it over.
before we left on that
okay.
mission.
Oh boy.
So
Okay.
they did some sort of magical containment on it and gave the fuzzy shackles back. So
Oof. Oh, I was scared for a second.
The shackles are sticky now.
in between Alfie and Helmshella and Sulan there's a lot of spell slots there. So yeah.
That's all you need to know.
As you're
And then
about to leave, there's a heavy, or not, there's a heavy set of footfalls on the stairs coming down from the upper level. Your tab is pretty trivial. And as well, you see familiar. You're stepping down the stairs there.
Dad?
A let note go. There we go. Okay. Sorry. You see a old, battle-scarred, pretty old, might be in his 60s or 70s now, Grutu, stepping heavily down the stairs.
Snake?
He kind of shakes his head of, he's kind of hungover. But then, is about to step out into the common room. Sweeps his eyes over the crowd and sees you all. And is like, well, if that isn't Oswald Silveraz in the flesh, come here, you. He holds out his hand.
I go over and shake his hand.
He clasps it strongly. This is Volcarir, the old grizzled blood hunter Grutu, who was your mentor once upon a time.
That's so good.
How do you spell that again?
Volcarir?
Full.
Yeah.
Here?
I decided to change the spelling slightly from how I spelled it originally, so.
Let's see how off I was. Wow, yeah, no, I was really off. I did this.
Oh. Oh.
Close enough.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. You guys see this grizzled old Grutu with like significant scarring on his face. but wearing a well-kept, very clean half plate. Has a sword looks like a long sword across his back. Well, can't say I was expecting to see you here, but I can't say I'm surprised. Like you're about to step out, but in town long, and he kind of looks significantly in western direction.
You know, just trying to get by, and I just wave at the west. When did you get here?
Just last night, I figured there might be monsters aplenty to kill in this direction. And contracts in Lukey were starting to dry up anyway. Now it seems like there'll be no shortage at all.
We actually just killed this big... So, you know worms? But this was like a worm with tentacles inside of it.
Well... Oh, so sorry, Oh, where are my manners? These your friends, traveling companions? I'm Volker here.
Okay, this is my friend Caladan. And then this is Veyyec, Aelin, and Calavandor.
Pleasure, gentlemen.
You jerk.
Yup. Hey.
That's right, I wasn't sure if anyone else would catch that.
We all caught it.
I don't think John did.
Oh, he knows. He felt.
Do you seriously think John's that stupid?
Well.
I mean...
Yeah, so this is the group that I'm currently with. We've gone through quite a bit from when they tripped over me.
You always were a stealthy one.
Yeah. How's everything for you? Any fun new scars?
I could say they were fun. Honestly, the work in Lukey was getting kind of boring, so... trivial.
No. Oh, Lukey, found it.
Yards and... people who can handle that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Actually, about to offer my services to the strongman. It seems like, people here might need some protection on their way east.
Probably, I mean, the town's all going, but we're heading to the strongman now, right? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Well, you all wouldn't mind if I walked with you, would you?
Not at all, please.
If you'll just give, Svartha a few moments, I think she is... Well, I think I convinced her to come with. And Svartha is not someone you know very well, but you're aware that she is another blood hunter, and you've met her a couple of times. Also know that, she is a warlock, or... She's a blood hunter of the profane soul.
Okay.
Oh, there she comes now. And ascending the stairs significantly less heavily, and looking significantly less hungover, is a human woman. Just kind of surveys the room with a half grin on her face. It's like, kind of gives you a wave. Steps into the room. Oh, Korea, good morning. Well, I do believe it's been a while.
Yeah.
Are you heading east or west or north or south, or are you joining up with us?
I'm heading west.
West, well, that seems might brave and might bit foolish.
Yeah, you know how we are. It's always a mixture of.
I do. Although, I actually just finished a contract for a client here and got back to the house and found them gone. Seems like everyone's booking it out of here.
Yeah, I think I heard this morning that the Oasis is evacuating east.
That was a bad time to take a bite. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Nom nom nom.
Take
nom.
it back.
Does seem that way, don't it? Well, we were gonna offer what? Some protection against any monsters that might attack the refugee caravan? Still the plan, right? Volker kind of nods. Unless, Oswald's come into perhaps some more lucrative work. You and
Well-
your friends look, geared up for something.
Well, the way I see it is if we can get rid of all those, lucrative work is some that I'll never be looking for and will most likely just be looking for me the entire time. What better
Right.
advertisement than saving the world?
We'll do what now? Come, let's walk and talk. Let's not keep the bigwigs waiting. Oh. Saving the world as he kind of steps out of the in and into the increasingly busy street, and actually kind of walks backward as he talks with you guys, and just kind of nimbly avoids the various carts and other people passing by in a hurry. Never seems to bump into anything. So, what's this business of saving the world?
I just mean getting rid of all those in there.
All of them. That's always known you to be a skilled warrior, Oswald. But hope you're not biting off more than you can chew.
I've already bitten it, now I'm just trying to...
He's pretty tough. You should see him cutting tentacles. He's real good at it and getting eaten by worms and somehow coming out of them alive.
Who left out that detail? And Osvaldo's just like, you got what? By a what?
I couldn't
And
have
you
been
what?
more specific.
Yeah. Remember that worm I said with all the tentacles that we killed?
I mean, no.
Yeah, so...
Should I remember it?
Yeah, sorry, I just told it to Volker here. Yeah, so underneath all that, there are weird monsters that I've never seen before.
Ooh, sounds fun.
I mean, when we were at Gakanad, we saw a worm get eaten by a tentacle. And I think it was the same worm that attacked. But it was a worm with a bunch of tentacles coming out of it. And it ate me.
And yet here you are. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's very much dead.
He was an
Well.
inside agent.
Oh, that just blows my more story out of the water. So,
It wasn't my
good job.
best moment, but it worked out.
He did it on purpose. He knew what he was doing the whole time.
Bold play, letting yourself get eaten, cut it up from the inside.
Totally. Totally.
I got you, Ozfest.
Oh, I'm sorry, Asvatha. I haven't introduced you. Here are my friends, Cal, Vandor, and Cal. And here are
Gentlemen, it's a pleasure. I'm Asvatha. I've been known to run with this one in the past, but it's been a while.
Oh, boy.
I'm
Blamer, I need you to give me something here. Is she hot in like a scarred, grizzled kind of frowning way?
No, she's actually just, you see the picture I linked?
Yeah, she shrugs real good.
I think I know what
I have to log in.
She is not actually terribly visibly scarred. Looks to be, I mean, she has some, but not in like the defining feature of her face kind of way. There's dark braided hair, like tan skin. Just always seems to have half a smile on her face, and carries herself lightly and nimbly.
Blim, I knew that Asvatha was Profane Soul. Volcareer, do I know if he was?
You know he's not. You know he is of the Order of the Ghost Slayer.
Oh, she's got tats.
Hi, Veyyec.
Can I basically say to both of them separately in their heads, can you I just want to speak to you to you both privately later.
And Asvatha gives you a wink. And Volcareer just kind of looks at you for a second, gives the slightest of nods.
Do any of us notice them nodding at each other?
You can roll an insight check.
Yeah.
$28. Oh.
18.
I mean, you notice him not Volcareer nod at Oswald, but it could be as much in just, oh, that's pretty impressive, with regards to the worm story as anything else. So it doesn't seem weird or anything.
Yeah, so.
Oh, I'm still not quite clear on how you plan to save the world, unless you plan to cut through all those tentacles one at a time, which I wouldn't put entirely past you, but it seemed kind of beyond our scope, as it were.
Yeah, so how do I you know a place that we should go to that you said to never go to, Volker?
Well, there are a few such places.
The worst one.
Yeah, why do you want to go there?
Yeah, we're going there. 'Cause-
Why do you want to go there?
yeah. We think that there's a way to close the sky over there.
Well, suppose that'd be a decent enough reason. And at this point, someone actually knocks a basket of fruit off a stand, and he just kind of whips an arm out and catches it before it falls. Want help?
Oh, do we want help going there?
I don't want to tread on your toes or anything, but
I mean, look, this is going to be difficult, so if you think you can handle it, and I look at Asvatha when I say that.
he just kind of shrugs. Well, seems like a suicide mission to go to Vovar, but you know.
Listen,
Is
what
that
isn't a suicide
The
mission
Empire,
these
the
days?
Empire paying for that, or just doing this out of the goodness of your heart?
I mean, I'm sure we can talk them into it.
Alright.
And by we, I mean you guys. You know that I can talk.
We.
Well, my last job just fell through, and I mean, there's a whole army here to run protection on the refugee caravan. I mean, if you want.
I guess I'll just have to kill more than you.
I guess so.
My eyes just start shining a little bit brighter.
Do they become like cat's eyes?
No, they're not yellow. Ish. No, but getting back to my roots. Whew. So yeah, we're going to the strongmans.
Oh yeah, I think
How
we're
about
here.
that? Here we are. Indeed.
I walk into the building because I was distracted by Oswald's conversation.
Yep, that's a wall.
I look up at Kale. I think we're here.
You look down at me because
You're on my.
back.
Oh, I thought I was carrying you.
You're carrying me?
Yeah.
This is totally different scene. we need to go back and redo this.
Wait, did you really have it the other way around?
Yeah,
No, this works.
Yeah.
This
We're
works.
carrying each other. It was very awkward.
It's just like a constant ring.
Yeah, we were sort of like flipping over each other.
Your friends of a peculiar manner of locomotion, Oswald.
Yeah, don't mind him. He's actually pretty good at fighting.
If you say so.
Surprisingly.
Look at these arms. They're very unimpressive.
Next rotation, check out his arms.
His face just says all that. Definitely arms.
He's Talvandor's better at talking, and Aelin's better at somehow stumbling through fights.
It's like his thing.
Yeah, Aelin, where'd you go when we were fighting that glass thing?
I was there.
No, but oh right, yeah, you threw
Oh
the
wait,
rope.
no. Oh yes, I threw. Yes, I threw. Sorry, I thought you meant like another glass thing.
I've only
Yes.
fought one glass thing.
And it was the last glass
Glass
thing you
thing.
ever fought, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
We'll have to catch up more on that one later. Because here we are! And indeed, you've arrived at the strongman's compound. The gates of which are open. The guards recognize you and don't give Volkavir or Asvath any trouble as you guys enter. And there, in the courtyard, is assembled basically the same war council that you guys had met with. Was it just yesterday? Fuck, yesterday.
Yesterday at Blim's apartment.
Yeah, that one. You see Altheon with the little triangular metal key affixed to her left temple. You see, it's not actually the same group of people because neither the strongmen nor the Imperial General are there. But you do see Altheon, Deleth, and the Grand Inquisitor, and off to the left, limbs folded under and wings folded down on top is the ancient copper dragon, just kind of waiting and watching. It lifts its head in acknowledgement of your arrival.
I lift my head as well.
Help him lift his head.
Altheon steps forward. Gentlemen. And I don't believe we've met. More friends of yours? No.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
She just looks at Volker and Azatha.
Yeah, this is Volcarir and Asvatha. They got me through my training.
Ah. And you here to help? Are they here to help? Or just looking for typical work?
I mean, I think that's up to them and you. I think if the pay is good enough, they are here to help.
Azatha just kind of nods and Volker is like, well, if saving the world is the business that Mr. Oswald here is about, I'd lend a hand if there's room for another. And Althea just kind of looks over at the Grand Inquisitor, who has her hands clasped in front of her. It's like, something can be arranged. Or come inside. We have some matters to discuss before we set out, and I'm sure you have some questions. I have some of my own. And then we should arrange for any final preparations while the resources of the Oasis are still available to us. And this place is going to be emptied out pretty soon and pretty quickly. Elravis's army is also preparing to leave. So, whatever we do, whatever preparations we need to make, need to be made today. I propose we set out no later than sunset.
Sounds good.
Neva nods her head back towards the building. Come. You guys follow her inside. You go back up to the large banquet hall on the second floor that's been converted into this kind of war room. No longer any Imperial guards here, but all are force of the Strongman's Guard. But you are led into this large hall and seats at the table that's in the middle of it. Various maps and scrolls are spread out. The Inquisitor walks around to the far side of the table and takes a seat.
How's she look in terms of looking at them? Like our party? Is she looking like mad or like inquisitive?
Well, an insight check.
Like how I'm the one doing this when I'm not even did. Real bad. 10.
She seems like she's ready to get down to business.
To defeat the Huns. Alright.
I set Caliban.
Did they send her sons when she asked for daughters? Please, gentlemen, sit. Unless you'd prefer to stand, of course.
Am I still sitting on you, Aelin, or you put me down?
I put you down.
I prefer to sit. Get back on Aelin.
I take a seat.
Alright, I take an actual seat.
All right.
I mean, you can sit on my shoulders if you want.
I'm good, man. We gotta be serious sometimes, you know? Fist bump.
Bump and fist.
Yes. It's very serious. Oh. Yes.
Did we ever get the results of whether or not Lyle was repaired or no?
She didn't actually try. She got distracted, got drunk, and then didn't do it.
Oh.
So
I blame Aelin.
And still has the key.
So
still
I
has the key
will-
on.
I will, walk over to Althea, and then I will put Oswald down on the table in front of her, and be like, "So, as to
Oswald or Lyle?
not Oswald. Yes, I will put. No, I go over, I pick up Oswald, and I plop Oswald down in front of her. No, I plop Lyle down, and be like,
Oh, shit. Yes, I was
yeah.
going to do that yesterday, wasn't I?
if you don't
Sorry.
mind getting that to work on it now."
Oh, I can certainly
Oh.
try. If you want to discuss logistics for your expedition, I can take it to a more shielded room, and just in case it explodes.
How about you do that after, because I feel like you're a big part of this.
I mean, I'm fairly certain it's not going to explode, so if you want to do it while we talk, that would be amenable.
Harmon being too careful with these things, and besides, Helm and Solon are finishing up some things with some things that I think you'll find helpful, and to check on how they're doing anyway. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. So, Miss Grand Inquisitor.
She picks up the. Oof. And then summons a
Do you need help?
no, she summons like a sphere of magical, or not a sphere, but like a disc of magical energy under it that just kind of floats up. And then she kind of waves it in front of her, and it just floats out. She leaves the room.
Cal, that was a good try.
But I mean, I'm also like intellectually interested.
Oh,
If we could get started, that would be
yes.
I
fantastic.
think Kale's already gotten started.
I wouldn't disagree with that statement. Anyway, Miss Grand Inquisitor, it is a pleasure seeing you again. May you do us the honor and let us know your name, finally, so we can talk like allies.
Threaten your army if she doesn't.
Oswald, that only works a handful of times.
Do it again.
I do not
You
believe...
presume to tell me your name?
Veyyec just
He's
breaks
just
his
like,
own neck.
Even bathe after drinking last night. Oof.
Wait, what?
Well, the alcohol on some of you.
Yeah, some of us.
Anyway, so to business indeed. Tanrakar can manage a pace of something in the realm of 250 miles per day without exhausting himself, and I do believe we don't want him to be exhausted when we come face to face with whatever it is that we face. So we could get to Vovar, assuming the spread of the thing is in about 2 days worth of travel. I've secured necessary provisions for such a journey.
Good amount of alcohol, some beer,
How about some potions? Cal.
scrolls. You got scrolls?
I don't carry a stock myself. No, I trust you hit up the Imperial Quartermaster yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, they would be the best resource for that.
Wait, did she not? She didn't give her name again, correct?
Boy.
She was distracted by your shenanigans and didn't. So
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Success,
she was
Reggie,
too
we did
busy. She was too busy face palming. So, as far as basic supplies go, we should be set. And Altheon has let me know that she and her Iondigarazine compatriots should have some additional gets ready for our expedition soon that may be of some use. Oh. And she looks at you, Veyyec. Are we heading directly to Vovar?
Well, that is entirely up for discussion. Like I posed to the group yesterday, I think this is a race against time. It'll probably be quicker for us to go directly from Vovar, from the Oasis, versus heading to Ulick and rendezvousing with my army and then heading to Vovar after that. That being said, the advantage of going to Ulick is that I can supply 1,000 of my own men to aid us in taking Vovar. However, that would take more time, and the possibility of the tendrils spreading out there was probably high.
You
Veyyec,
say,
go ahead.
say your own men. But I have it on very good authority that the Archmage known as Veyyec is still very much in Ulick right now, so... Care to tell me who the fuck you are?
Ooh, Jacques.
She just kind of casually sets her lid on the table.
Scatter!
So, I'm confused as to who you're referencing as this Archmage Veyyec. There is none.
It's me.
Oh, what'd you say?
She said, "Excuse me?"
There is no Archmage Veyyec.
Isn't there, though?
No, not to my knowledge.
Well... Why don't we get back to the who the fuck are you?
Well, I guess it's time to come clean, is it not?
And she just kind of... She looks at, Deleth, who gives a little nod. I think you should come very clean right now and submit to the Zone of Truth spell that Deleth has so kindly volunteered to cast.
I mean, you clearly don't trust me, so I will submit to it if you must, but I have nothing yet to hide, so I will, if you would allow me to come clean of my own volition, I will also do that.
Seems you have... Well, you may not have outright lied. You have definitely kept some important information from us thus far. She nods at Deleth, who begins the incantation and casts Zone of Truth. Just targeting you. You may choose to make the save or willingly fail if you want. She will know. She will know one way or the other.
I will choose to fail.
Okay. So as you feel the magic take hold of you, you are unable to lie for the next 10 minutes.
Well, Deleth, if you would confirm,
Shall
there were no tricks had on my part.
trust you understand the nature of this magic.
I do. I am well versed in these magics. So, any who have questions, ask away.
Who's your best friend in the group?
I have no best friend in the group.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Oswald.
Ooh. Ooh.
I feel like we need more serious music for this too, so one sec.
F is for friendship.
God damn it, Randy.
Where the hell hell did the thing I wanted go? Oh, right. We were going to use this.
Do you like anyone in the group?
No.
Do
shit.
you like anyone in the group?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you just say yes?
Yeah.
Is it Oswald?
No. Anyway.
Enough. So, are you, or are you not, Veyyec of Veyyec?
Veyyec was never from Ulick.
Are you Veyyec?
I am Veyyec.
How did you come to possess this body?
The pendant that I placed on Malik was broken. I then assumed control, and now here I stand before you.
Do you truly believe that you can command the armies of Ulick?
Yes. Why would I not?
I have it on very good authority that, as he is known to the Sun Queen, is in Ulick right now.
And you said he was an archmage?
Do you suggest a better description?
I keep quiet.
Were you aware of this?
No.
Wherever you are? Are you in contact? Well, actually, she'll let you answer that question first.
Am I aware of what? There being an entity? Going by Veyyec and Pentarkos? In the kingdom of Ulick?
You.
If I'm
you
here
not?
now, that means something must have happened to my original body.
Claim that Veyyec currently in Pentarkos is an imposter.
The what? In?
Claim that the Veyyec currently, at this moment, in Pentarkos is an imposter?
There shouldn't be a Veyyec in Pentarkos right now.
And
if
yet there is.
Then they could be an imposter. But that doesn't make sense.
Hey, Vic. Do you have all of your memories from before you were a necklace?
Yes.
And no recollection of one who would assume your identity?
No. What do you mean?
Any enemies?
Plenty.
Any friends?
None.
What did Why were you worried about the priestess of Phyrexis?
Fuck.
Who is right there. And she just kind of looks at you very intently.
I stare back at her. Because she can save him.
Who is him?
Malik.
Who is Malik to you?
A plague plaything.
Can we trust you? In general, not right now.
No.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, let's not go to Ulick.
Well, my main concern is whoever is impostering, posing as Veyyec, is not friendly to us, and they may have other designs not aligned with ours.
Okay, so Vovar, then you dethrone that Veyyec to get this Veyyec back in his body, so that Malik comes back into this body, so that the priest is safe of...
Hey, listen, I don't know any of this, so it's hard for me to wrap my head around it. Veyyec, why would you try to save a plaything?
What am I trying to save?
You just said you wanted to save Malik.
No, the priestess could save Malik.
Oh, okay. He's afraid. Okay, I got it.
If you were in our shoes, what would you do to you?
If I were in your shoes, what would I do to me? I'd thank me.
For what?
Without my offering of my forces, you would all still be wanted criminals. And you probably wouldn't be alive right now.
Morality.
Would you believe? Go ahead, Inquisitor.
Morality of you've done, how you've possessed this body. And Pentakos does not concerns me is whether you can effectively leverage that force to this crisis now. Can you do that?
We won't know until we try.
Will
And if we're going to
you
talk about
try?
morality, shall we talk about
Sir,
the morality
my
of Sol
question,
Goldor?
will you try?
Try? Absolutely. I'm in between a rock and a hard place. If I had a say, I'd have you all killed. But I can't do that now, can I?
You just have to tell the truth. You don't have to keep going on. But
So if we go to your army, will you killed?
Will I what?
Will you have us killed?
I serve nothing to gain to have you killed now.
didn't answer the question.
What's your goal?
Why would you kill us?
I would kill you if you got in the way.
In the way of what?
Veyyec remains silent.
All the Oswald, the two other blood hunters, Volker and Osvatha, are just like, okay, and they're just kind of stepping backward.
Yeah, they went from us joking around to us threatening each other.
So we're just gonna leave him behind at the Oasis, right?
I suddenly feel the need to get some air. Oh,
If you leave me
We'll-
behind,
yeah,
you
we'll
have
be
no
right back.
bargaining chip with the Empire.
And the Inquisitor's just kind of like,
I look at him pleadingly to take me with him, but there's just too many people between us to make it not awkward.
I want to go.
It's a really big room, and there's not a lot of people in it.
You're actually standing right next to Veyyec.
All you hear is like the echoing of feet tapping.
The door slams shut. Boom, 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 boom.
I just want to. You know, I'm gonna let. I'll be right back.
But not.
What, man? Oh, this is so awkward.
No, go ahead. I'll
I mean,
protect you from in here.
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna like kill us. What the fuck, man? Anyway, let me.
I would
Can you
hope
believe we're the only
that he won't be
non-criminals?
killing any of us today.
Oh, he won't.
Kind of fucked up.
He can try.
So, is there a way that we can ascertain whether this army will obey you? Or we commit our time to flying to Ulick?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Well, then I suppose we'll have to find someone with a bit more knowledge.
Grand Inquisitor, do you think it's even worth it to try? Ulick, we're short on time. And I do not trust him.
If there's an imposter, I trust that person even less.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do to us in Vovar?
If this has been planned,
Oh, what do I stand from killing you?
You literally just said you would kill us.
Oh, if I would. But I stand nothing to do that right now.
Again,
Well, yeah,
but
but
you're
you've
not
also-
telling us.
you've
It's
also
like telling. Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Okay, sorry. You've already said that you have playthings.
Oh, yes. And if
yeah,
I wanted to
Exhibit
make
A,
any of you a
Malik.
plaything, I'd make you a plaything. But my current plaything is Malik.
And you've
Well-
flat out told us.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you telling us that you're gonna kill us if we get in your way, but then not telling us what it is.
You're not
Same thing as
showing
telling
us the way.
to not say a word and then not telling us what that word is.
Is this like a sex thing?
You left the room. Get out of here.
I'm
So what?
fairly well certain you won't get in my way.
Okay, you know what? Fine. What is your goal with regards to the Faceless One and the tentacles in the sky?
I could care less.
Okay, so you don't want it to close?
If it would probably be best for me to have it closed, but at the end of the day, it's no matter to me.
In your ideal scenario, do we prevail?
In our ideal scenario, we do.
No. I meant like us separate from you. In our ideal
I could care less.
What is your relationship or what is your preference with regards to the Veracity and the Qualyar?
I have none.
What nation?
Well, you like.
No, no, you go.
Okay. If you're not with Rossi or Quelliar, then which immortal or deity do you subscribe to?
None.
Is your goal to be immortal?
Yes.
Are you immortal?
No.
You know the way?
Do you need any of us to be immortal?
No.
I
Same
pulled my
question,
chair.
different
away.
words, John.
I'm so confused right
How did you get your army?
Oswald, I think we're straying from the point.
Let
You
me
cut out,
You cut out after saying
Okay.
straight to the point.
None of this. She kind of gestures at everyone in a dismissive fashion. Really matters. What matters is you, whoever you really are, can leverage the resources that you claim to have available to fix this crisis. You are pursuing immortality or kill these people. I don't care.
It's fair.
Oh. If you cannot ascertain that your army, or the army of Veyyec, will indeed be available to you, then I see no reason to go there.
Veyyec, do you have any fail-safes in place should your army leave your control? Or even broader, who takes control of your army should you die?
Fail safes, there are plenty. No one.
I pull my knife a little less closer to him.
We could always ask this imposter, Veyyec, that you, or whatever this entity is in Ulick, whatever it is, would be willing to part with those forces?
I believe it was me who initiated negotiations on this, was it not?
Was.
And I cannot speak for the thing that sits in my throne in Ulick. But if it was sitting there in its throne, it probably wouldn't give a shit. And the fact that I'm here means that I'm in an uncomfortable situation. Meaning, I'm willing to work with you. While the king on his throne may not.
And she just kind of looks again at Deleth, who kind of gives a shrug and a nod. I was like, yep. Very well. Suppose that will have to be enough. Do you think our time of enforced transparency is drawing to a close? And Deleth nods again, and a few moments later you feel the magic from the Zone of Truth spell fade. To tell no lies.
So, did we want to continue talking about the logistics of this, or should you all lop off my head?
Well, I think that's a little extreme, but I also think I liked you more when you could lie.
Well, can't say I wasn't doing it for you.
Well, you weren't, so, you know.
I think first we need to choose if we're going to Ulick logistics. Because I don't know how you can get an army from if you're not sitting on.
Well, alright, so if my worries have any sort of, I don't know, trace of truth to them, if the army at Ulick is opposed to us, they'll probably be waiting at Vovar for us, for it to be an issue.
I mean,
So-
I'm still open to questions.
No,
So, army, how quickly can it move? The distance from Ulick to Vovar is significant, and Atanrika, mighty as he is, cannot carry an army.
No, we would need some kind of transportation if we wanted to get there post-haste, but they can outpace any human or living creature. That I can assure you.
So I think our best bet would be to get to Vovar as fast as possible
There are too many unknowns in Ulick.
and preempt any force that could be heading to Vovar.
Why would I be sending an army there?
Not you.
Not you, the real Veyyec.
Why
Or
would the
fake
real
Veyyec.
Veyyec be sending an army there?
Well,
For you?
the way I see it is
For me,
you were ready to put your force on the line.
as a bargaining chip, to have my
And why-
kingdom become more
and-
important.
And why not the other Veyyec do such a thing for the opposing side?
Because the other Veyyec wouldn't be so hastily to grovel at the knees of somebody he hates.
So you know who this other Veyyec is, even though you said you didn't.
I don't know who this other Veyyec is. But I know that if I were in that position of sitting upon my throne, I would never come to the aid of the Empire. But here I am, offering my
Yep.
services.
So,
Yet this person isn't you, but he is you.
Oh.
he.
Hey. We were to fly there, and I were to deposit you on or in proximity to this throne. Would you still be so interested in helping us?
I mean, I'm intrigued to see what my imposter's been up to. That is for sure. And, like I said before, I'm trying to bring my kingdom to fruition. If making this newfound alliance with the Empire does that, I could be amenable to it. As long as you wouldn't mind helping me deal with this imposter, should it become an issue.
So, here's my thoughts on this. I understand that going to Ulick might get us an army. I also understand that we may not have a way to get that army to Vovar at the speed we need them to be. If we go to Ulick, we may or may not have the army right away. We may or may not have to stage a coup and get you to be on your throne again. Basically, what I'm hearing is anything in Ulick may take a lot of time that we do not have. Because if those tentacles spread past Vovar, or to Vovar, it's going to make our life 10,000 times more difficult to get in there.
It seems we're back where we started, with what I originally put on the table.
My vote is to Vovar.
Yeah, my vote is to Vovar.
And my vote.
Yes.
Is to.
But Vovar. Yahek,
Yeah, I'd say Vovar.
Kaladin. Yes. to Vovar.
Now,
Yeah,
Terrible undead part.
Masca
let's go to Vovar.
Lyle?
Remind me again, Grand Inquisitor, while you're letting this band of wanted thieves head this excavation into Vovar to save your kingdom.
I ain't no thief.
Bloom
You cut out one.
again.
Oh my god. At the not insignificant recommendation of a very powerful member of the Undergarden.
Once again.
You cut out
The
after
recommendation of a very powerful member of the Andigarazim.
Same spot.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, man?
You hear your oh my god, and then
Speak with a higher pitch.
yeah.
Vovar! Sorry.
Hey, basically because of Yahek's cousin, alright?
Okay.
That's the only reason she's even considering it. So,
So I will take all the credit. Thank you.
I mean, you are the protagonist.
I mean, yeah, you're the hero.
It's true. Even I'm coming.
This
into
is
that.
your academia.
and I have seen your capabilities, and I, for whatever it's worth, believe that most of you really do want to help fix this.
And we're also
And
expendable.
as some of... As that. It's not an insignificant part of my calculus. Look, as some of you have rightly and insistently pointed out, we don't have time. The Empire has a lot of resources that might be better suited to this kind of expedition. They're all in the wrong fucking place right now. You guys are here. You're what I have. Don't know if the war was part of some grand scheme to make sure that all of those resources were just so in the wrong place. And if that was indeed the scheme, then it was well done. But here you are.
Spice. Fatal.
I am also inclined to take your recommendation seriously. As Althean has pointed out, you have experience firsthand with this force that no one else does. I'll think that our best bet is to go to Vovar unsupported. I'll have Atonrakar bring us there. But... She looks back at you, Veyyec. Flight to Ulick will take about as long as the flight to Vovar. If your army can be deployed. Transportation resources can be put in place to be available concurrent with our arrival. But if you think that this impostor sitting on what you claim to be your throne more than a day's worth of trouble, then it may not be worth going regardless. So, if we need to destroy, coerce, or otherwise convince whoever sits on the throne in Ulick, you should be the one commanding this army. Think that can be done in a day?
Could it be done in a day? I can give it my best shot.
Just make sure not to throw it away.
But I can guarantee at the end of the day, we will have an answer one way or another.
I certainly hope so.
Don't know which arrow to follow. I hope we get an answer as well.
Well, I am not the one in control here. So it clearly should not be my decision.
Oh, 100%. I agree.
I mean,
I've sobered up long ago.
yeah, heck, what do you think?
I already said Vovar.
Be it.
We're already.
What do you think?
And you know we're like everybody here is like magical, bro. Like we can like send messages and stuff. You can
Yes,
be like,
all
hey,
of us.
Army General, bruh, like I need you to like start armifying whatever.
Well, no, the thing is that guy is posing as Veyyec.
Well, we don't know
We
what the
don't-
story is, man. We could just send the message, you know, like, hey.
Well, yeah, but if we tell him where we're going, you know.
Well, you send one message first, being like, hey, it's Veve. What's up?
What I can
And
tell
how's it
you
going?
for sure is that me, this Veyyec, standing in front of you, was one of my many plan Bs. So something must have gone wrong. I don't know what that something is.
Excuse me for just a moment.
Hey, Vic, can I just ask you a question?
Sure.
Grand Inquisitor stands up and just sweeps out of the room.
Sure, Oswald. Shoot.
Does she levitate?
walks.
Levitate.
So you told us in the beginning that you were just a wizard and Malik killed your family.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen, did it?
No, not at all.
Okay. How did Malik come across the amulet?
I gave it to him. As a gift.
So is this your body or?
This is not my body. I haven't had a body in 300 some odd years.
I think of a word
you
that sounds like witch, but with an
Yeah.
L.
Yeah, I
Just
don't know
not
if I would
sure.
know that word. That's the only issue. I don't know if Oswald would know that
It
word.
sounds super familiar, but I just can't quite recall. Quite something.
Kitsch, ditch,
Mitchell,
He's a witch! Burn him!
Lilo, and
Any other burning questions?
Can you give us your top 10 list?
Can I think back? Did Malik or Veyyec ever give me anything?
well, you're a blood hunter, right? It's feasible you would know, right?
Blim, would I know what that word was?
I'd say you could make a... Well,
Which-
just because people have been hinting at it doesn't mean it's actually come up relevantly in
We were
conversation.
joking.
So,
No, I know. I know.
But I do think
I'd
it's
say for this-
reasonable that-
For this, actually, roll a history check.
13. I don't get advantage, right? No, I don't think I do because it's not a beast. 13. Wait,
I don't know that.
Actually, hold on. Class features. Let me just make sure.
Might be a beast.
in bed.
I gain advantage on intelligence ability checks to recall information about Fey, fiends, or undead.
Okay, so roll with advantage.
Woo!
Even worse.
All right. Hard to understand much more meaning beyond what Vegg's already said, and you're not super familiar with the goings on of the many small city-states of Pentarchos. It's much farther south than you usually range. So,
Okay. Just curious. Oh. Next roll would have been a natural 1 followed by a natural 20. So. Blim, were you talking or no?
I was about to. A moment later, the door to the room opens again, and the Grand Inquisitor walks back in, with Altheon and the two other Andigarazim behind her.
I closed the door behind them.
Man, Aelin, you are polite. Okay, so here are my friends Kaladin, Kale, and Aelin. Here's my neutral buddy Yahek.
That's no
And-
better.
No, and here
Fuck
is
you, Oswald.
and here is
Bitch.
Veyyec.
Just call him an acquaintance.
Yes, we've all met.
Oh my god.
Did something happen?
We're all like very awkwardly like. nodding.
Everyone's just like fucking looking weird at Veyyec, and I'm just standing there like, yeah, what up?
Yeah, there's some hands on hilts right now.
Some secrets became
Unsecreted.
unsecreted.
Huh. Yeah, that tends to happen when you hang out with her.
I like her.
Insight check. I'm kidding.
He didn't say he liked her.
Oh no, that's fair. That's fair. He can't like her. He said he didn't like anyone.
And he can't lie.
I can lie now.
Yeah, he can lie now.
Okay. Well, so Alfie's just like, okay. Do you all need a moment? Because I have.
No, what did
some
you find out? What'd you
interesting
find out?
Yeah, we had our moment, and now it's time for you to have yours.
Love to hear it.
Well, I was able to do something for, and she kind of turns. Lyle, was that your name?
Huh?
And she kind of like steps to the side, and you see kind of floating behind her shoulder, with three blue lights kind of illuminated across the front. Still like a big old dent in the front of him from where he ran into an Arcanometa before, but floating, seemingly operating, is Lyle.
I run over and jump and hug him.
Just hello,
I look,
and
I look at him in awe, and I stutter a bit.
It's
What?
my friend Lyle.
What a magnificent being you are!
easy there. My power reserves are very low. I really can't push back very hard.
I take off Aelin's hat in respect.
I put my hat back on.
Hi, Oswald.
Yeah, lots happened.
The Inquisitor just kind of looks over and is like, what's that? And Lyle's just like, oh, Oswald, are you still hugging him?
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. He kind of like wobbles backwards. Definitely moving less smoothly and quickly than he has in the past. One of the lights on his front kind of flickers. This isn't very sustainable. I don't think I have much time on the power I have, but thank you, darling.
While
Kinda
this is
turns
happening,
towards Altheon.
can I walk up to Altheon and extend my hand for the key? If you wouldn't mind.
Oh, sure. And she pops it off her temple and gives it back to you. That is a fascinating artifact, if I may so say. I
That
was able to figure out most of what it meant. I'm curious to see what it had to say about some other things.
Maybe another time, and I attach it.
And as Lyle just kind of wobbles, day is it? How long have I been out of this time? Can't have been that long. Some of where? Did you have an argument or something with Noftra, or where did he go?
Noftra died.
Oh, I never liked him anyway, but that's a shame. Where's... Kind of floats up and floats a little higher and looks up. And, Forge, where did he go?
Oh, yeah, sadly, Forge died.
Oh. I liked him.
Yeah, no, so did we.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Oh, right, Lyle, this is my
Hello.
friend Kale and my friend Ale.
Do it.
Hey,
Do you
Hello,
fist
it's a
bump?
pleasure to meet you. And, like, basic this kind of pinkish, almost hand-shaped, shimmering field of energies just kind of appears in front of your...
Oh, I didn't want to.
okay, and it kind of turns into a vaguely fist-shaped thing, and there's
Does
this
it
kind of tingling feeling as it kind of bumps your fist.
Does it do that awkward, like, handshake, high five, fist bump thing?
The turkey?
Yep.
I hand him the alchemy jug and I say, "If we're friends, you drink."
um, this kind of hand-shaped shimmering field grabs the mouth of the alchemy jug. Thank you for the gesture. I don't think I'm physically capable of that, but...
Try.
Alright. And it kind of turns the alchemy jug over and a bunch of ale spills out onto the floor.
I try to go under it to save what I can. No, stop.
You said to try. Well, like, do I look like I have a mouth to you?
I don't know where your mouth is.
That's very fair, but I don't have one.
Oh, that would have been good information. Thank you.
I thought it was kind of obvious, frankly.
Never assume anything with me.
You know what, you're right. I apologize, and I'm sorry for spilling your ale. Sorry, how long have I been out?
You sound like me when I've had too much ale. Seems you're no stranger to its effects.
When did he go down again? I don't even remember.
Last
Or
time he was
Alcavor.
operational was during the fight in the belly of Charnagath.
Like when the
was it
sky
in
ripped
Belly?
open.
It was maybe... Yeah.
Oh,
That
wait,
was,
yeah, because he
maybe-
stitched my head back on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, he missed.
That, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he jabbed me full of
Well,
whatchamacallit.
I don't want to assume anything. So could you just? What would you? Gender do you identify as?
I don't really have one, honestly.
Kale, you're already better than Nofjor as far as first question.
So you're.
Where I come from, this might sound weird to y'all, but where I come from, gender's not really a thing we concern ourselves much with.
So how do you like
Do it.
make more of you?
Oh, that has a very long and complicated answer. Oh, Malik, I'm glad to see your head is fitting on well.
Oh, yeah. No, you missed a lot. Can we just fill him in?
Lyle, pleased to meet you. My name is Veyyec.
You look a lot like the Malik I helped put the head back on.
I am currently in control of his body.
That's weird.
It's really not.
It's a little weird.
It's kind of weird, dude.
Is it?
I don't know, Vic.
I mean-
If it's weird to this guy, it must be pretty weird.
Frankly, so is the fact that you're alive after having your head chopped off. But I'm learning all sorts of new things for each day I manage to be operational. And while Altheon and the Inquisitor are both looking on kind of amused, Volcarir and Azvatha are just kind of like trying to press themselves in the corners of the room, like, And at one point, Azvatha catches your eye, Oswald, and she just smells like, the fuck?
Activate the halo rings.
So, Lyle,
Veyyec?
what do you think we should do? Should we head to Vovar? Or should we go to Pentargos to rally an army and then head to Vovar?
Oh, well, I don't recall anyone giving me any information suggesting that my master was in Pentargos, so we should probably go to Vovar. That's where you thought the might be, right?
Sounds like we shouldn't discuss this any further. And like we're all decided.
Oh, what's in Pentacos? That would be relevant.
Well, I have an army.
Oh boy.
But yeah, the sky is shattered asunder, and
What?
the sky is shattered.
You should look outside, dude. There's like stuff. There's the
I'll be
window
right back.
Yeah,
The
right
sky
there.
is filled with
Yeah, we kinda-
blood and thunder.
Comes back a moment later.
Thunder.
He's like, oh, well, that looks positively cataclysmic.
That's a good description, yeah.
And
You ever seen something like that before, Lyle?
I can recall.
So that's why we would head to Mitargos for the army.
What? No. Oh. Wait, what?
And at this point, the Grand Inquisitor turns to Lyle. Its intelligence to exist at Vovar. You have some connection to it? But your master? It's like Lyle turns. Oh, and pleasure to meet you. I don't think I got your name either, but I'm Lyle. And says that all the rest of you, and I'm Grand Inquisitor Siana.
John Sienna.
And indeed. I'll turn and like, well, from what I've been able to put together from my memories and some of the descriptions furnished by Mr. Oswald here, I do believe that my master is there, and yes, I do have a special connection, if you might want to call it that, and I do believe that my master would be able to help with whatever the situation might be.
If you tried real hard, could you contact him from here?
Let me run a diagnostic real quickly. Not at my current power levels, no.
What if we attached, like, a power source to you?
Do we have any fuel cells available for our friend Lyle to use?
Or a strong source of
Or a fuel cell?
energy? Maybe if someone
Was
blasted
that
you
the
with, like,
Empire had in its possession. Evidently nearby were, as I recall, stolen along with an entire skyship by some of you. So no, we don't have any more of those.
Do you have any other artifacts that Lyle may be able to drain?
I do not recall.
Not here, and those that were in Corylizon have already been moved to keep them safe. No, that's the
Did
short
the
answer.
strongman find any?
Very smart, yet detrimental.
None of which I'm aware. And I would assume that any he has, he's already loaded up on a cart and has probably already left.
Okay.
well,
I might be able to contact my master if I were in closer proximity. It would require a much less powerful transmission.
would your height in the air affect that?
Potentially?
Interesting.
I
Can you tell me why that would be? I don't know why I suggested it.
I suppose if I had a direct line of sight or being higher in the air somehow got me closer. Other than that, I can't think of any particular reason it would be helpful.
All good points. Calavandor, any insight? How's the tile puzzle going?
I got no insight. None. Nothing at all.
Hmm.
Should I make like a check for that?
Into what?
Into having no
Into,
insight.
into insight.
If
What
you
do you?
fail the check, you get insight.
I'm just.
How about you, Yahak?
I mean, yes. Yes is what I'd say.
Okay.
Oh, this has been a positively stimulating conversation.
I feel like
Do
this
you need
has
me for
been
anything else?
a waste of energy for you.
You might say that.
Well, I was about to say that I should probably put myself back into standby mode so that I don't completely exhaust my what power reserves I have left. Need
That
me
you have the
again.
foresight to do that shows your true maturity.
Also, by the by, can you explode? A lot of people have been saying you can.
Suppose I could if I really wanted to, but I really would prefer not to.
But if you were unconscious, you couldn't. Good to know. Bye.
If
Well,
worse
unless
came
the
to worse.
containment field on one of my micro missiles were to fail, then I would explode quite spectacularly.
These words are lost on me. I feel nothing about.
We've seen it shoot a dragon out of the sky.
I saw not that. Surely you're exaggerating.
I wish I was.
Hmm. Well, the cone of truth is
Oh.
gone, so I have no reason to.
That
Who
you do not.
is this artifact possessed of significant combat capability that might be helpful at Vovar?
I would say so.
If this Forge character was anything like Lyle, he probably would have been very useful as well.
Right. I'll see what I can do as to obtaining of these
I mean,
crystal
Aelin,
cores.
the dead things seem to be the most useful.
That was a weird thing to say to me. And I don't like how you said it. I'm gonna stay alive, thank you very much.
I give him a smirk.
I'll stand next to Aelin.
I cover my face with my hat and pretend he's not there.
Lyle floats over to you, Oswald. You still have that fantastically fascinating extra-dimensional bag handy?
Yes, I do. You want to fall straight into it?
Do you mind?
I hold it open.
If you need me, well, take me out and let me know. I'll be listening, kind of.
Sounds good. Sleep well.
I expect I've got about... Well, so long as you don't ask me to fight anything or shoot any more dragons out of the sky, I expect I have a couple hours left in me.
It's my favorite part.
How did you get energized?
Well, this lovely young lady here was kind enough to do something that helped to repair one of my more badly damaged transistor boards, and it made the use of my emergency reserve substantially more efficient. I am still losing some power, but yeah, I'm impressed.
Well, just go to sleep. We got this.
Well, Just wake me up when you get to Vovar, then, unless something comes up first.
Yep,
What if-
I'll wake you up inside this bag.
What if you can't wake up?
That would suck.
Would we have to save you?
Don't worry, he won't become any nothing.
Sorry.
Alright, I'm sensing some awkwardness in the room here, so I'm just gonna float into this lovely bag. Bye!
I was just quoting a ballad from Laras.
Okay, bye.
And- Lyle floats into the bag of holding and disappears.
Bless you.
Miss you, miss you.
Oh, that was weird. Where? Theon, I trust you will continue your research and preparations, but I'm given to understand that you have some things that may assist us in our expedition. And she nods and motions Helm and Scylla forward, who open up a small case and set it down on the table. And inside, as you look, are two scrolls, an amulet of some kind. One about 4-inch diameter of glass or stone orb appears to be made of like jet black glass or polished obsidian. Actually, there's one more scroll in there too, so there are 3 scrolls. There are 4 scrolls.
In spells today.
Then there are actually 5 scrolls.
There are actually 18 scrolls, guys.
Look under your seat. Everybody's leaving.
Everyone's got a scroll.
Everyone pick a random level 9.
Sorry.
So pro.
So there are 4 scrolls, and she actually picks one out, and produces from
And she uses it. She
From
uses
her-
all of them.
Shut up!
No.
Shut up!
meteor swarm. Everybody's dead. She actually pulls from her satchel what you, Calvender, recognize as a set of extremely fine, valuable inks. And I have the components here necessary to finish transcribing one of 2 possible spells that I thought might be very handy. Just copy it into your spell book, but we don't have time to finish an 8th level spell there, and, well, the scroll was already mostly done. There. Those two scrolls are scrolls of protection, that will ward you against aberrations. Other one, there is a scroll of mental barrier. That, she points to the orb, was actually rather difficult to come by.
Oh my god.
Actually carved from stone native to the spirit realm, but it is an orb of shielding against psychic damage.
Ooh.
That doesn't exist
Fancy.
anywhere.
He's saying he made it up.
You
That's
bet.
it's so powerful. My fucking Chrome window crashed.
Yeah, I heard that actually over Discord.
If you search orb of shielding, it'll come up.
For
They
a
exist
second.
somewhere.
They do exist. They can be
So there's-
warded.
Sorry.
Can be warded against. But instead of Zoriad marble, it is. If you're interested, it is made of Zahadian obsidian. But it has the same effect as the Zorian marble one.
Okay, fair enough.
You said there's 4 scrolls, right?
So there are the 2 scrolls of protection.
Oh.
There's one. So there are 2 scrolls of protection. One spell scroll for the spell mind blank,
mind
No,
blank.
sorry, not mind blank. Mental barrier.
Okay.
And then, basically, there's this like, she unrolls finished spell scroll on the table, and Calvander, you can see it just says, like, as soon as like you set eyes on it, you recognize some of the runes and inscriptions are here are very powerful, but they've also been deployed in a extremely clever and almost genius way, where this scroll can basically serves as a template for any of a number of like very powerful abjuration spells, and can be filled in such a way as to become one of a number of different spells.
Holy shit.
Is a remarkable piece of kind of like arcane craftsmanship.
Dude, picking a wizard in a wizard's world is a good choice.
I was thinking, as she kind of like pulls a quill from her bag, I can finish this to be either a scroll of mind blank or a scroll of anti-magic field. She looks at you, Calivandor. Kind of up to you as to which you think would be more useful.
Well, my mouth goes dry.
I hand him the alchemy jug.
The palms are sweaty.
Hey, Aelin, maybe you should give him.
You cut out.
Hey, Aelin, maybe you should give him a massage.
No, I'm not paid to do.
I say mayo into the jug.
It's pouring out real slow.
No, I didn't put it upside down.
Keep that away from this roll. Do you know how hard this was to make?
Jesus.
H.
Well, thank you very much, Kale. Now I have to drink mayo.
Anyway, this is going to take me a couple hours to finish, and I understand time to be of the essence. So, which would you prefer?
If you could give me just a second to recall in my vast memory banks what those both do.
Well, he's pulling up his Python script to parse his memory. Do you have anything for us less magically inclined folk?
Well, several of these things will work regardless of your spell casting abilities. The orb of shielding, for example, will reduce the potency of any assaults directly on your mind, as this phenomenon has been seen to do. And these scrolls, pointing to the scrolls of protection, will project a field around you, the 5-foot radius and a 10-foot height, that prevents any aberrations, such as the shard of chaos we have downstairs and all the creatures over there, from entering.
Well, that's good information to know. Thank you.
Those will work for any of you, really. I understand that speciality is in the arcane, so...
Kale, have you made a
we were
decision
able to
yet?
work together.
Sorry, it seems like Mind Blank was just cast on me.
Click on that link I posted,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot, man. Except one of them is Holy Aura.
well, you can't... That's not one of the choices. You can
Okay.
do Mind Blank or Anti-Magic Field. Holy Aura is not a thing she can write a scroll for, because it's a cleric spell. And she's not a cleric.
So the things we've been fighting, the psychic damage has been the
synaptic static mini, right?
Seems to have been some kind of ambient, persistent effect of being under the cloud.
And it was psychic.
Yeah.
Okay. This is for one boy.
Okay. While he chooses, I'm just gonna get going. See you guys.
See you, man.
Catch you later, Gil.
See ya. Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Glenn.
staying up.
Thank you. We'll wrap up soon, so
Yeah.
won't miss too much. So.
Yeah, heck.
What's up?
I want your opinion as a magic user as well.
Okay.
So like, you know this, I don't need to explain it to you, but like, the anti-magic field, like no magic effects at all, no magic items in there, 10 feet area. Now like, that means no magic, man, nothing at all. It means me and you, pretty much fucking useless. But then again, nothing magic harmful on us. Get everybody with that.
I like the sound of it. It could save us in a bind.
Right.
Also, you get some bloke in that field. I could kick him real good.
Exactly. That's the thing. We still got non-magic people in the air. And then the other, mind blank. It's only on a one person. And then they don't take any of that. Remember that stuff that was like affecting our minds under the cloud? We were like going up to those tentacles.
I don't know who you're talking to.
Talking to you.
Oh.
Roll dramatically, Yahek says. I don't know who you're talking
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I remember that. Sorry.
So like that would prevent that, and like a bunch of other things, But
I hear you.
But it's only one person then.
I mean, it sounds good to me, but I don't know. Only you know the full, like if you'll get maximum usage out of it.
All right. Well, what do you think, Aelin? I think you could beat the shit out of people in that anti-magic field,
Oh,
Yeah, all right.
I think he just got up,
F
actually.
went to pee.
I know he did. I'm glad you really agree with me. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go with anti-magic field.
All right then.
And also, if we survive all this, I wouldn't mind, just taking a look. That scroll.
The scroll
Sure.
I'm writing for you and that I'm about to give you.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, me. You're gonna give it to me? I thought you were gonna use it for you. Oh. No, that's cool.
Like there was some sort of miscommunication there. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work on this.
Also wouldn't mind, just hanging out and, just looking at our books and just, talking about them and.
Oh. Well, I'd be happy to look at yours. I don't use a spell book myself.
And Calavander stops being, Calavander for a second. He's like, wait, what? What do you mean?
Well, I learned how to keep one, but just convenient to carry it around all the time and maintain it.
I think you and I are on the same page. No pun intended. I don't use a spell book either for my math.
How to put this delicately? I guess you could say I have an eidetic memory.
I
Really,
death.
haven't really found the need to actually physically copy down spells. But I understand that it's very helpful for most practitioners of the arcane.
Calvander doesn't know if he should hate her because this is like the one person that's ever been like better than him, or like he's also fucking impressed, of course.
I hold my hat in front of our faces and I say, I think she's being condescending. I say it in a normal volume.
What? Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh no, she's not, man. Put that down, man. Come on.
I put my hat down. And then back on my
I
hat.
can show you some of my old spell book. Oh, that doesn't really sound any less condescending, does it?
No.
I'm just gonna write this scroll for you.
That's. Oh no, it's all right. I understand. That's pretty cool, you know. Like, you have that ability. Yeah, I didn't know your cousin was so cool, man.
Oh yeah, well, you know, only as cool as you, my man.
Hey.
Yeah, I know you're pretty badass yourself,
Yeah.
you know, and the word really gets around.
What have I done? You know, like really badass.
You know, why don't you regale
like,
us with one of your tales, actually?
Well, she's got to write
I
the
don't-
scroll. We'll have plenty of time to talk later.
Oh. So as Alpian sits down, finish filling out the scroll. Grand Inquisitor kind of looks around, is like,
Oh yeah, she's still
all right.
here.
Yep. She's just kind of been watching this whole conversation. She's like, oh, I am going to make some of my own preparations, and seems like the consensus here is to go to Vovar directly.
I think that's what we said.
I mean, unless you think we should spend some more time discussing it.
I think we need to, so we'll leave at sunset. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary before that time.
Guess we'll have maybe one last drink, Yalen, huh?
I heard drink. Let's do it.
Well, we got a bunch of mayonnaise.
Yeah, I wonder who's blamed for that.
Listen, man, you gotta try it every now and then. You put in a little. Just try it.
I whisper to him. I'm pretty sure we're still on her tab.
What? Put your hat
Right.
here.
So, meet back here, ready to go at dusk. Well then.
We plan at dusk.
Oh, I love it.
As Althean sits down to finish filling out this very powerful spell scroll, the Inquisitor gives you all, in turn, kind of a searching look. Just kind of nods. And comes around, leaves the room. Moments later, you hear the, and you can see out the window the dragon taking off and going somewhere. You guys are left in the room with a very preoccupied Althean and very quiet Della. Just looks at you, Veyyec. Right. I could save him. Perhaps one day I shall.
You can try.
Intend to.
I'll be waiting. I don't tend to let go of my playthings that easily.
I mean, you let go of your throne pretty easily.
Jesus Christ.
Funny. From a drunken fool.
You got me pegged. I lean back a little too far.
But somehow so fluid and flexible. How does he do it?
Eventually, Dallas just steps around the table and there's a pronounced sigh and then steps out herself.
That's the high priestess, right?
Well, not the high priestess, but she's the priestess of Fret.
How high is she? Okay.
Well, when she starts leaving and is like out the door, I want to go after her.
Tell her how you feel.
Yeah. Yes. Calavando?
Hey, so like, Veyyec's probably the creepiest dude I've ever met in my life, and like, can you like save him or whatever? Like, how do you do that? He's gonna like kill me. I don't really like. I'm not okay with that.
The Lady of Light can burn him out of there. But you have to wait.
Do you have an army?
No. I don't. And normally I would offer some witty riposte about how I have the power of the goddess behind me, but is easily reached in the current circumstances.
Okay, got some psycho mind murderer on our team. So I guess when we fix this all up, your goddess can cleanse his innards or whatever.
Move across paths again.
All right, well, keep it fiery. I know it's hard out there, but yeah. Anyway, see ya, I guess.
I hope to see you again someday.
Yeah, hopefully I'm not murdered by whatever he is.
I hope so.
Alright, and then I just walk back in sad.
As he walks in, I cast a message to Calvindor.
Mm-hmm.
Counterspell. Just kidding.
Did you get the answers you were looking for?
Oh,
I just smirk at him.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I answer with, "You want a beer?"
I send another message.
We're literally standing in front of each other, like
we're just staring at each other, tracing signs in the air.
Just looking at each other real hard.
we're doing Naruto, like.
I'd prefer red wine.
I'm just imagining you like smiling and just like red just goes down your.
I'm just smirking at Calavandor for a different reason. I think he just got this girl's message stone.
Yo, girl, give me that message stone. I respond. Whatever is your, whatever you want.
I mean, blood is always good too.
Do you send another message and say that?
No, I say that aloud and I walk away.
Why do you say that? Blood is. I mean, yeah. It stays inside.
I don't want my
In terms of, look, you guys make for really interesting company sometimes, but sometimes your random-ass conversations are really distracting. Give me some
Oh,
space here,
no.
please.
That Veyyec guy is starting to make me a little uncomfortable.
Veyyec will remember this.
Oh, I left.
That's literally
after my
what you've
blood
been.
comment.
Every slight, it's Veyyec will remember this.
I'll definitely have this ready for you. Oh, and Aelin, don't forget this one. And she kind of takes a break from her inscribing and holds up the amulet.
Oh, the amulet. Yeah.
It is a small amulet in the case, and it appears to be carved of some sort of dark brown wood, and smells of old ale. Seemed
You shaving?
suitable. Roll an Arcana check.
But I want
Me,
to.
me
You can
roll.
also roll an Arcana check.
Yay! Whoo!
13.
That's my modifier.
I rolled his modifier. But Jesus.
Oh my god, Calivandar, you are so fucking sure that this is an amulet of the drunkard.
Whoa!
What is that?
Drunkard, bro.
I've never been more sure about a common magical item.
When did you get this made, man? Did I miss that?
Probably today. Well, the amulet was an item in that cache, but yeah.
Amulet or omulet?
Oh my god, this is great.
Holy fuck!
What does it do?
It's so good. Click the link.
No, read it.
You
I'm
regain
reading.
4d4 plus 4 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale,
what a
mead, or wine
Jesus Christ.
once per
Per
dawn.
day.
I mean, it's like a carry with you healing potion.
It's
In combination with an alchemy jug?
What's up? Oh yeah, like if you have access, you got a potion, man.
Dude, alcoholic mayo?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Is that what the mayo was?
Oh.
That seems good.
You take 1d4 plus 4 poison damage.
I heal, yeah. Oh god.
Well, 2d4 plus 2 poison damage and 2d4 plus 2 acid reflux damage.
No, it's all just mayo damage.
It's just every day for Spencer.
Yikes.
Wow.
Oh.
Shots fired.
That wasn't an insult.
Did you get Wendy's tonight, Spencer?
No.
Oh,
So-
I want Wendy's.
She's like, really, can you take some of your angst elsewhere so I can finish this for you guys?
Yeah, we'll stay out of the master's chambers.
If you know what we mean.
All right, let's go.
And we go.
So you guys make your way out of the strongman's compound, followed by Volcareer and Azmaba, who pull Oswald into a conversation that looks like it has a lot of what the fucks in it. And he kind of like pulls them off to the side to but let's say at this point it's close to lunchtime. You guys have probably in the realm of 6 or 7 hours to do whatever it is you need to do in the Oasis before you have to meet the Inquisitor back here to set out on the long flight to Vovar via dragon. As the tentacle cloud grows closer and larger in the west, and as you make your way through the streets of the Oasis, with the evacuation now in full swing, the streets are crowded with people, carts, animals. The Imperial Army doing what soldiers from the Imperial Army doing what they can to help the Strongman's Guard kind of organize this exodus of this sizable city. As take stock as to what preparations you need to make before we set out next time. So, up there.
Hey! Jesus, dude.
Yo,
Thank
alright.
you.
Hey, catch us next time. Okay, bye.
Bye.